One time I dated a pimp on accidental purpose. And I say that because he did tell me that he was a pimp, but I thought he was fucking joking. Like, he's like, oh, I'm like, what do you do for a living? He's like, I'm a pimp. I'm like, shit, me too. Ha ha ha, right? Fuck no, not ha ha. This motherfucker was dead ass serious. And at first, we were all partying shit. He used to invite me and my homegirls everywhere. They had mansion parties, all this shit or whatever. So I'm thinking he sells rugs like everybody else, right? Right? No. Fuck no. That was not the case. One day we get in the car or whatever and we're riding around. We go to go see his baby mama, and he was like he had to go pick up some money from his baby mama. Whole time, baby mama is and she works for him. But I didn't realize this until fucking later on or whatever, when I seen the setup or whatever, right? Okay, so that was the first red flag. Like, why are you picking up money from your baby mama? I really didn't get it, okay? A couple days later, he asked me to ride with him. He got to go pick up some money, and he goes to the hotel room, and this girl comes out and she's got this big ass fucking canvas with her, and she gives him like a wad of fucking cash, and she gives him the canvas. She's like, this is for you, daddy. So I'm like, daddy? And he like, babe, chill, I told you I'm at work. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still trying to fathom the thought. Anyways, I look at the painting, and this bitch is talented as fuck. This bitch done painted him and her at a motherfucking beach looking at the sunset. Swear to God, I cannot make this shit up. So yeah, he takes the painting or whatever. She's like, bye, daddy, see you later or whatever. So then he's explaining to me, he's like, yeah, I'm really a pimp. I really do this. They love me to death. Like, We get to the next girl's room. We go to another place across the street, basically, whatever. Mind you, I'm an hour away from home. We get to the next girl's room, and she comes outside, and she's already looking like sad or whatever. And she's like, I'm short. I'm sorry. He flips the fuck out. He turns into the fucking Tasmanian devil. This motherfucker grabs her by the hair. He jumps out the car. He grabs her by the fucking hair, and he starts dragging her back to the fucking room. So I'm scared as fuck, bitch. And all within 3 minutes, this motherfucker done drug her back to the room. And he comes back out, and he's got a big ass like duffel bag looking shit. And she's like trailing behind him like, please, daddy, don't leave me. Like, daddy, don't leave me. Da 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 da. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm gonna show you something. Like, da da da. So I'm like, what the fuck, this bitch? He just snatched this bitch up, and now she's fucking begging and shit. So then I'm realizing like, oh, bitch, you're in too deep. You're in too motherfucking deep, bitch. Let me know if y'all want a part 2. Part 2 of how I dated a pimp on accidental purpose. So he get in the car. He got the girl's stuff in the car or whatever. She's still crying like, please don't leave me. We pull off. So I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, I don't know what the fuck you got going on. I don't want nothing to do with this. And he like, oh no, baby. Like, that's just how this shit goes. If they don't play by the rules, then I leave them. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean you leave them? He like, oh, I got her from Tennessee. I'm like, Tennessee? He's like, yeah, we go on tour. Like, that's what I do. I find the girls. I give them a place to stay. They don't have to go in the stores and buy anything. I don't let them go in the stores and buy anything. I buy them all their hygiene, and all they have to do is sit in the room and make my money. I buy them their arts and crafts and whatever they want to do. That's how the bitch had that fucking canvas, that nice ass canvas and shit. So I'm playing it cool. I'm gathering all the information that I can or whatever, and we're driving around, and I don't even see no more girls after this. After this, we go to the store, and we go get all the hygiene things that he's fucking telling me about, and we go drop off all this shit. I'm playing it cool, bitch. I'm like an hour and some change away from home. If I'm being honest, we were in the Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where the fuck we was at, dropping off all this shit to these girls or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm playing it cool. By the time we're on our way back home, he's like, yeah, like, I don't want you to think I'm this bad guy, whatever it does. And I'm just playing it cool because, like, bitch, and he keeps a pew. So I'm like, oh yeah, bitch, you're fine. Whatever you do, that's what you do, whatever. Get him to drop me off. I block him on every motherfucking thing, bitch. I block him on every fucking thing. And in the process, while we're talking about it, he's telling me like, oh yeah, my baby mama was the first one. Like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I was really raised into this. My baby mama did it for me. Like, long story short, like I said, bitch, I blocked him on every motherfucking thing. 3 days later, he comes to my house banging on the motherfucking door. I got my homegirl at the house with me. He's banging on the door, causing a ruckus because I don't want the neighbors to get involved. So I go outside to talk to him because he's out there hollering like, I'm really not a bad guy. Like, just talk to me. Like, please don't do me like that or whatever. So I go outside to fucking talk to him or whatever. And in the process, he's like, oh, let's go to the store and get some cigars. We get in the store. We get in the car. We go into the fucking store and shit. And basically, we get into an argument because I'm telling him, like, what you're doing is fucking wrong. Like, you're wrong. Like, I don't like that shit, whatever. And he told me at this point I was being disrespectful and shit. So I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, now I'm back in my hometown, so I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, nigga, like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. This motherfucker pulls the pistol out on me. He pulls the pistol out of me and he fucking points it at me. Bitch, I fucking tuck and roll and jump out that motherfucking car. I sure did. And he's like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Bitch, I fucking took off fucking running. I took off running. I was probably like a half a mile from my house. Took off fucking running. Waited to make sure that his ass wasn't the fuck around. And I got my ass back in that motherfucking house. And he never came the fuck back around. He never came back around after that. He knew he took it too fucking far. And for context, he is currently locked up for like kidnapping and some more shit, from taking them girls from wherever the fuck they're from, and I guess holding a couple of them fucking hostage. But yeah, he got like a lot of years. I want to say like 30 fucking years for that shit. And He used to viral. He was like viral. He used to live stream all the time. So that was what was so crazy about it. I don't think people really knew what he was doing until he got locked up. Like front page news type shit.
All right, so I really didn't want to do this, but I feel like it's time. So part 1 of who the fuck did I move in with? When I tell this story, I'm coming with receipts. I'm coming with nothing but the truth. And I'm also coming with some hurt and some pain. Not because the dude hurt me, but because I look myself in the mirror and I'm just like, how did I miss all of these signs when they were right in front of me? So no, I'm not trying to be like Risa Tisa or nothing, but Risa Tisa, I think old boy got a brother. But let's get into the story. I was going to call this story Surviving a Liar and a Manipulator, but who the fuck did I move in with got a better ring to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the first receipt and get into this damn story. On May 12th, Mother's Day, I got a DM from a local Florida rapper, right? And all he said was my name. So I'm like, this could be this man trying to talk to me. This could be business. I didn't know really what it was for, but I was not in the whole like mood to be trying to talk to a dude because I had just got out of a relationship. So he says my name. I say his name back. He said, I got a question. I said, okay, what's up? Just ask me. He was like, first one, why you don't follow me back on here? I said, I just followed you back. He said, okay, second one, you got a man. Matter of fact, you married. Boom. That is how we started talking. Okay? That is how we started talking. So, fast forward after we started DMing, that same night he had reached out to me. I'm not gonna cap. I went on his page and initially I was not attracted to this man at all. Like he was nowhere near my type. But it was like, okay, he living the fast life. Like he seemed fun. He seemed cool. He was a little flashy. So I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like, okay, me and him actually could have a little bit of fun. But I ended up FaceTiming him to see if he was going to be the type of dude to flash money in my face. If he was going to be the one like, oh, like, look at my teeth, all that. I wanted to see his vibe. So I FaceTimed him. And y'all, when we get on FaceTime, he in this big house or whatever. And he eating some freaking Popeyes. So it seems so normal. Like, okay, he not even on that flashing money in my face thing, right? So everything I tell y'all that he tells me is a reason why I'm telling y'all what he's telling me. So you have to keep up. So when we on FaceTime, right? I'm like, oh, that's a nice house. He was like, yeah, I stay by myself. Like I always been living by myself. I've been living by myself and on my own since I was 18. Cool, right? Then fast forward in the conversation, he brings this big ass pit bull dog in the camera and he's telling the dog to sit, and the dog not listening to him. But he was like, that's cool. Like he trying to be funny right now. He's screaming, sit. Like he's telling this dog to sit, but the dog is not answering him. Like the dog didn't know who he was. But he's like, this my dog or whatever. I done had this dog since the dog was born. And it was a nice build. Like you could tell he spent some money on that dog. So he was like, yeah, this my dog or whatever. Remember that. So I'm not gonna lie, like, the vibes on the phone was actually cool. I'm like, oh, he cool people. Like, I like this dude. And then, like, my brother, he also raps, right? So my brother comes in the room while we on FaceTime, and he started telling him, like, he rapping stuff. So he like, shit, play your music. So they going song for song, and I just love that he's interacting with my brother or whatever, right? So the first thing he said was like, yeah, I'm signed to Sony. I'm signed to Sony or whatever. And he got his record label and he's just popping his shit, right? But he's still being humble about it right now. After the phone conversation, I took it upon myself to say, you know what? I actually like talking to you. Let's talk some more. So as we're talking more and more and more, we start FaceTiming a little bit more, and I'm starting to hear like a dude in the background. I'm like, who is this dude in the back? But I didn't ask him that because that's none of my business. But he was just like, man, my homeboy, we stay in the same neighborhood. He always at my house. Like, he ain't got no friends, and he be bored sometimes, so he just stay here. So I just let him stay on my couch. Yeah, okay. Anyway, whatever. At this time, I was on the way to my sister's wedding, right? So I had a whole trip planned to go out the country, but my layover was in Florida, y'all. So this was literally like maybe like a week or two after we started FaceTiming, and he was like, yo, since your layover is in Florida, I'm gonna get you another plane ticket. Cancel your plane ticket back home and just stay here so I can get to know you. Like, give me like 48 hours to win over your heart or whatever. So I'm like, I don't know, like, you a stranger. I don't know how to feel about staying in Miami with you and I don't know you. So after I go do a little bit more research on him, I see that he has a child. So I confront him about it, like, dang, why you ain't tell me you had a child? And he was like, huh? I'm like, you got a baby, a new baby too. And I said, I ain't got time to be dealing with no baby mama drama. I never dealt with nobody who has a kid. I don't have no kid. I don't want to talk to nobody with a kid. That was something I was very heavy on. I don't want to talk to nobody with a child. But he was just like, you ain't got to deal with no baby mama drama. Like, none of that. I said, yes, I am. I already know how it go. He was like, what if I told you my baby mama was dead? So I was quiet, because that took me for a loop. What am I supposed to say after that? So then he proceeds to talk and say, nah, I really don't even know my baby mama like that. Like, I promise you, you would never have to deal with none of that. You probably won't even hear from my baby mama because I don't know her myself. So I'm like, wait, hold on. How you don't know your baby mama? Like, now I'm a little curious. What you mean? You had a baby with somebody who you don't know? So he tells me this story, y'all. So he go ahead and tell me this quick little story about how he met his baby mama at a party. He was talking to them, and it was a group of friends who was intoxicated, and he was like, y'all better not drive because y'all might get into an accident. And then he was like, literally 10 minutes after they drove, they got into an accident. So he felt bad because he spoke it into existence. And so he went to go visit the girl in the hospital or whatever. He went to go check to see if she was okay. And then after that happened, they started texting a little bit, right? And then, you know, one thing led to another. They met up and they did the do. And they did the do for like about 2-3 times, and then out of nowhere she called him and like, I'm pregnant. And then he tells the story about how he was like, I don't even know you, like we don't know each other, I don't think we need to have no child. And then she was like, well, I could take care of the baby on my own. And he was like, at that point he knew that she was gonna try to keep the baby, so he was like, she didn't want to get an abortion, so she just had the baby. But I really feel like she just wanted to keep the baby because of who I was and what I got. Like, basically, she trapped this man. And since then, you know, like, she had a baby, but he don't know the girl. Like, that was how he kicked it to me the entire time, y'all. The entire time. Keep that in mind, please. So here go red flag that I missed of that stupid story. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Miami with you. We're gonna have a good time. You got 48 hours to win me over. You want to win me over so bad? Show me something. So when I get there, y'all, this man pulls up in a red Corvette, a C8, whatever fucking car it was, but he pulls up in this little nice, fast. It was sexy, not gonna lie. And I'm thinking, why did he pull up in this? Because I knew he had a Hellcat at home, but I was wondering why he pulled up in that. And I was like, why you drive this? He said, I just ain't want to put my Hellcat on the road. I just wanted to drive my other car for a little bit. So he kicking it to me like he got this nice C8 Corvette. And I ain't say nothing of it at the time because I'm thinking he telling the truth. What he got to lie for? Like, this his car. And then I told him I wasn't going to be sleeping with him or like staying the night with him, right? Because I don't know him like that. He was like, what you mean? I got your own room. Like, we got a hotel, but you got your own room. So I'm over here like, oh, he's respectful. This man ain't get one hotel room. He made sure he got 2. He really just trying to show me a good time. He not trying to be disrespectful. So we vibing out. We riding. Like, Miami was cool. And then, like, when I was there, I spent most of my time in his hotel room anyway, right? But I still had my own room. Like, I had everything in there. I got ready in. Like, I was in that room, but not as much as I was in his room. That's truth. So then he's like, I got this whole dinner date plan. I just cannot wait for you to come here. I've been wanting to take somebody here for the longest. It's real nice. You're going to like it. I'm like, I don't have no outfit for it because remember, I was just coming from a trip out the country. I wasn't prepared for no Miami trip. He was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to take you on a shopping spree, get whatever you want, whatever you need. So we going to this nice luxury mall. I'm like, look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not the type to shop at places like this. Like, you don't got to do much to impress me. So all these expensive designer stores, I was like, dude, I don't even know where to start. Can we go to a black people mall? That's exactly what I told him. He was like, yeah, I can take you to another mall or whatever. I'm a Forever 21 type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a mad rag type of girl. I will literally go shop in Route 21 and I will be A-okay. So he takes me to this other mall. I get a dress. I get heels, I get a purse. He's like, get whatever else you want. Whatever you want, you can have it. Like, you want some new shoes? I got some new Jordans. Matter of fact, when he picked me up in his C8 Corvette, he already had the new Jordan 12s waiting for me. Like, he already gave, I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to do everything that I can. So, like I'm saying, He's doing everything that's making me smile. And yes, it is spending money on me, but he's giving me this image of him being this big baller rapper in Florida, and he got it like that because, one time we was on FaceTime, he was like, money good, you ain't never got to worry about nothing, money straight. So we're going to talk about the rest of it in part 2. But yes, part 1 of surviving a liar and a manipulator. Period. All right, so I finally get back home. He paid for my plane ticket like he said he was going to do. And we start talking literally every day, all day. I am a full-time content creator. So if I'm not making content, I'm chilling. He is a full-time rapper. So he doesn't have a job either. So we have so much time on our hands to talk so much. We start talking for 24 hours of the day, literally. And then we start getting into family. We start asking family questions. And he was like, I'm not going to lie, I stalked you. Before I even hit you up. Like, I've been following you since you had the dude you was with. I told you I just had got out of a relationship. He said he was following me while I was in my relationship, and he would look on our videos and watch them and be like, I want to be him. That's what the fuck he told me. He's like, bro, she's a good girl. Like, when I was watching y'all videos, I wasn't even thinking about him. I really was just picturing me right there. That's what he said. And then he said, I just love your family. I love the family videos with your mama. She seems so cool. And your dad, he seems so funny. I want to hang out with y'all. So I'm asking him about his family. And I'm asking him about his mama. Like, what's up? What's your relationship with your mama? And he was like, my mama thinks she our age. So, yeah. And I'm just now getting to know my dad. My dad really wasn't in my life. You know, all this story. Like, I'm not trying to get too personal, but every detail matters in this case. And then when it came down to his baby mama, like, he said he don't talk to her. When we was on FaceTime, he would have his child, and I would say, why I don't never hear your baby mama in the background? Like, when you drop off your baby or she come pick her up, why don't I hear her? I told you, I don't talk to her. We don't have no communication. I don't text her. I don't do nothing. If anything, if she want me, she know to text me. But we don't talk. I don't know this girl. Then he starts pouring into what type of person she is. She's drama-fied. She not my type. She's nothing like you. And I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, I swear I love my daughter, but I regret having a baby by this woman. I'm like, look, as long as I don't deal with no baby mama drama, like, I'm already, you know, going against my grain, dealing with you. He was like, you never gonna have to. Yeah, all right. So one day we was on the phone and he was like, somebody just sent me a picture of my baby mama and she looked pregnant. I was like, why is that even your business? Why do you care? And he was like, I'm just saying, I just think I should know if my daughter gonna have a sibling. Like, that's something she should tell me. And I'm like, that's none of your business. So I'm finna ask her. I already sent this to her. I said, you sent that girl that picture and asked her if she was pregnant? He was like, yeah. So I told him he was wrong. He was like, all right, I'm just gonna apologize, right? Keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that whole conversation in mind. That's how he told me it went. Later on, I found out that's not exactly how that conversation went with her. So as we are talking and getting to know each other and blah, 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 right? This man sends me a song literally like 2 days after our Miami trip. I forgot to put that in there. I'm going back because this is very important. He sends me a song, y'all. Oh, my God. And the first time I play it, it's called First 48. I'm thinking it's about killing and stuff. What? You got a song called First 48? Y'all, the song had me on it. Wait, y'all can't hear it. Hold on. All right, here we go. So I'm listening to this in my car, right?
Work is on its way, boy. What's up, babe?
What's up? That's me.
What you doing?
I'm on the way to this graduation. So he makes a song about me, about our time in Florida, about how he really want to be serious with me, and he know that I don't really want to deal with him because he got a baby, and I don't really want to deal with him because he's not really my type of my speed, but he's just like, give me a chance. So he sends me over this song about me, and I'm not gonna cap, this shit was hard. And he disses my ex in the song. Like, he disses this man, talking about your ex fumbled you, he should have played on offense. Like, he trying to come hard about me. Like, I'm gonna be better than your ex. Like, I wanna just take me now. Like, I will give you the world. Check this out.
Hey, you stole my heart, but I don't even want it back though. And you so different, you ain't nothing like the last hoe. But I ain't even trying to talk about the past though. Girl, you the one, you give me something I can brag on. What you doing, where you going, where the hell you been? Can't get enough of you, I want you, come get in my skin. I want your heart, you got your guard up, just let me in. I match your fly, you match my fly, girl, you my fucking twin. You switch your hair up every day, so it feel like I'm cheating. You graduated from college, baby, I love to see it. I know you think I got the hoes, but I'm like, what's the reason? So I can't wait to prove you wrong and love you like I mean it. I'm trying to buy you what you want, like you don't cost shit. Your ex bummed you, he should've played on offense. I got that bag, you got that bag, baby, we all in.
All right, so it's called First 48. Look it up if you want to hear the whole thing. So in the song, he giving me my credit. You know, you switch your hair up every day. Your ex fumbled you. You graduated from college. You got that bag. I got that bag. He's talking about he want to spoil me. He want to buy me anything. Like, he just trying to sell me this fairy tale ass dream. So the song did get me. It swept me off my feet. I was like, dang, a song about me. So he's like, I'm gonna make a music video for this song. How you feel about another woman playing your part? I said, no, baby. If the song is about me, I play my part. So that's exactly what I did. I went in he flew me all the way out to Orlando to play my part in this song. Y'all see this?
So I can't wait to prove you wrong and love you like I mean it. I'm trying to.
I'm glad it stopped on this. Y'all see this car? I hope y'all can see this. Y'all see the car? This is the car that he said was his. He owned this car. He got his own Cvet and everything. So that was a lie. Let's just put that clear. I just can't wait to get to that part. So after I done shot the video, he gonna pop out with the video. He gonna show the world. So I'm like, we might as well, like, you know, if we finna pop out, I already know the type of attention this is gonna bring. I just got out of a relationship. I had a public relationship. Everybody gonna be on my neck. Like, this is finna be crazy for me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. He like, we're gonna be good. I got you. You straight. I'm gonna take care of you, all that. So then we just having a random conversation. Here we go with the house conversation. This is what I'm talking about when I say, listen, ladies, when you see red flags, don't ignore them. Don't do that. You're gonna be stuck in a sticky situation like I am in right now. Can't even move the fuck on because this nigga's still stalking me. All right, so I'm like, for my birthday, I'm thinking about buying me a house. Like, come January 2025, I'm gonna buy me a house. And he was like, why you gotta wait so long? He was like, matter of fact, let me buy you a house. I said, huh? You gonna buy me a house? Like, me? Who am I to, like, say no to that? So I'm like, you really gonna buy me a house? He like, yeah, money good, I got you. Like, and so he said, why wait till January? Let's do it now. I said, you wanna give me the house now? And he was like, yeah, but I can't leave. It got to be in Florida. So I was thinking about going to Florida to get a house. I'm just too excited about a house that I don't got to buy. I'm like, yeah, like, let's move to Florida. He kept saying, I don't want to be in Georgia, whatever. So we looking at houses. Every house in Florida, when I tell you the prices was high, but the house was low, baby, I'm getting a box for the amount of a mansion. I don't want to stay in Florida. So I start showing him houses in Georgia, and he like, dang, the prices out here is really good. For what you get. Like, I actually want to move to Georgia. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we moving to Georgia. He like, yeah. And I'm like, I never moved in with a dude. I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I want to buy a house with a man. So instead of buying it, because we were going to go buy a house, he was like, well, we can rent a house. So I was like, that sounds better because it's something temporary. It's just a year. Like, I guess we could do it. And I'm feeling you so bad or whatever. So let's move all the way to, I come to Georgia looking for houses because we didn't want to live in Florida no more. And while I hear, unfortunately, my parents get into a bike accident, and I'm on the phone with him when it happens because I get an alert on my phone that my parents got into an accident from Life 360. Download Life 360, y'all. It's gonna tell y'all everything. But I end up pulling up to the scene. I see the whole crash. My heart is pounding. I'm having an anxiety attack. My parents is on the ground laid out. So I'm on the phone with him. He's hearing it. So he's like, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I'm gonna come drive there. Like, I'm gonna be there for you. And I know this not how I wanted to meet your parents, but I'm gonna come there because I know it's really bad and da 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 da. So he ends up coming to Georgia to see my parents. Now my mom, she real cool people. She knew what was going on. She knew the vibes. My dad was not going for it, y'all. So my mama, she done broke everything on this side. She scraped all up from road rash. My father, he's still in the hospital. He is ribs broken. He's just all destroyed. So when he gets here, he ends up meeting my mom. He got her flowers and everything. But see, my dad's still in in the hospital. So he hear that it's a grown man in his house, and he trying to figure out who is this grown man staying at the house, because my mom let it happen. Because like I said, she cool people. She just, if I'm safe, she's safe. But my father wasn't going for it. He like, oh no, I don't know this man. He need to get up out my house. I don't know why y'all got a grown man in my house while I'm not there. Then, you know, I finally tell them when he get home from the hospital, I tell them that I'm moving in with this man, and my dad just go off. Like, he is going off like, you don't know what he might want for you. Men try to control you. My dad's trying to tell me everything a man is willing to do for a house, and that it's more that come with just that house. And I'm being dumb, not listening. Surviving a liar and a manipulator, part 3. Or, you know, AKA, who the fuck did I move in with? So while he was here visiting me in Georgia, because my parents had got into an accident, we decided to go look at some houses while we were here. We eventually rolled up onto a house inside the same neighborhood as my parents. And we was like, oh my God, I want it. Like, I walked in here and I said, this is the house I want, right? So he like, all right, bet, apply or whatever. Apply for it. He kind of told me exactly how to do it. We renting a house now. We're not buying a house. So he told me every step I need to do. But then he told me that he had a realtor that can make fake pay stubs. So he like, you don't even got to worry about being approved or nothing, because I got a lady who can make fake pay stubs and make it look like you got this and that, and then you'll get approved. Like, I've done it before. You'll get approved. So when a lady ends up looking at my information, she was like, oh, you don't need the fake pay stubs. You make enough. You make enough money, and as long as you have your W-9s and whatever tax forms or whatever, like, you'll be approved. So, like, I guess 48 hours passed, and I got approved for the house, and we like, all right, bet, we staying in Georgia. This is where it all gets weird. So once we got that figured out, y'all, when he came to my house, he was having a very bad toothache. This is very important part of this story. He was having a very bad toothache, and he was asking for pain pills. And I was like, you know, Tylenol for a toothache. But he was like, I got an abscess. It's hurting really bad. He needs something stronger. So I'm like, I got some hydrocodone. I don't know, you know, that type of pill. And he was like, nah, that don't work for me. And then, mind you, my parents just got into an accident. So he was like, do your folks got, do they got the little white pills? Because that worked for me. So I was like, them things is strong. We gave it to him. Boom. Why the next day he was like, do your mama got another one of those little white pills? Because my tooth still hurts. And he asked for about, since the whole time he was at my house, he probably didn't have like 5 of them. And I thought that was really weird, because I'm like, why do you need those little white pills so bad for a toothache? All right. So 3 days before his move-in day, I get a DM from baby mama. And I'm on FaceTime with him when I get this DM. I'm like, yo, your baby mama just hit me up. And he like, oh, probably because you asked to meet her because you're going to be around our daughter. So she's probably just hitting you up just to, you know, see, like, you know, if you cool people, whatever. I'm like, first of all, my rules was I didn't want nothing to do with your baby mama. But if she just coming to make amends, cool. Y'all, I'm going to drop the screenshots of what his baby mama said to me. All right, so she over here, she says, hey, love, when are you free to talk? So this is the screenshot. That's my receipt. You can pause it if you want. I just don't want nobody thinking I'm lying. I'm like, yo, why are you sending your baby mama pictures of y'all? And he was like, remember you said we deleting it out our phone, so I just wanted to send it to her because I just didn't want it in my phone. No, this was a red flag, point 1. I thought you said you didn't even know who your baby mama was. Why are you sending her pictures of y'all on trips in Colorado? And, like, if somebody was to send me pictures, if an ex sent me pictures of us, I'm going to think, oh, you want me back, right? And then she sends me that. So me, I want to know more. So I'm like, shit, call me. So she calls me. When I tell you, his baby mama told me everything I needed to know. She said, oh, he asked me to get a house in my name. I got good credit and he'll pay the rent up, but he couldn't get it in his name. And then she told me he had a house, but he got kicked out of the house because he was using a fake person name. Then she was saying that he was a yerk head. Yerks are the little white pills that I was telling y'all about. So yeah, he was like, she said he had a yerk problem and he's a liar. He don't do nothing for, you know. And I'm thinking she a bitter baby mama, like, but no, she was telling the truth the whole time. So I called him like, yo, what the I told you I didn't want to deal with no BM drama. And he like, she's lying on my grandmother's grave. He loved to lie on his grandma, child. So he was just like, she's just doing that because she jealous that you got stuff going on, and she just a drama-fied person. Like, I don't even know that girl, and she always did this. Like, she always gossiping. That's all she want to do. You sat there on that phone and let her gossip to you for 2 hours about me. She was telling me tea, baby, tea. But anyway, I had already signed the lease, and I had brought the lease to my mama or whatever, and she was like, why his name not on the lease? And she was telling him, put your name on the lease so you don't feel like you living with her, like this is your house. So I'm like, why you not putting your name on the lease? He was like, nah, because if you ever wanted to kick me out, I just want you to feel comfortable. Like, this is your house. Like, even if you kick me out and I do something crazy or you don't want me living there, I'm going to still make sure I pay up the lease or pay up the rent for a whole year because I'm a man of my word. So since he was going to pay the rent up for the year, I thought, like, shit, all right, cool. Like, if you cheat on me or if you lie to me, if you do some stuff and I don't want you living with me no more, you can leave because my name is on that lease. Okay, y'all. Who the fuck did I move in with? So I'm like, if you gonna move in here, what you gonna do with your house in Florida? He was like, I got that taken care of. I already paid that up. I'm gonna have my brothers stay there if they want to. You ain't gotta worry about the house in Florida. Like, I got that. I said, what you gonna do with your dog? Since you already got a little dog, I don't want to bring my dog because, you know, he too big and it's just a dog. Like, I'll just give him to my brother. Right? So now I'm like, this was a red flag. He has to have a U-Haul, but all his stuff is in a storage. But it don't make sense because if you have a house there, if you've been living on your own, why is all your belongings inside of a storage if it's not in your house? Red flag. I knew something was wrong with that. Child, it's time for him to move in the house. He moved in. Everything was just so freaking sweet. I'm like, yay, you know, we finna have like playhouse, happily ever after. We finna have fun, make content, cause he was a vibe. You feel me? Like we was having fun. That's what he portrayed to be. No, when he got there, he had a whole stuck-up attitude. I was like, what the hell are you? Like, it was like a whole different version of him. The day he moved in that house, oh my God, he changed. He was not that person on the phone. He was not that person in Miami. He wasn't even that person that in the music video. He changed. I'm like, let's go, you know, go to the city. Let's go have some fun. Like, we just moved in. Just chill, like, relax. Like, he started getting snappy at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So then he started bringing up his tooth hurting again. And I'm like, you ain't got no insurance. Like, go to the dentist. He don't got no dental insurance. So you know what I did? I was like, as a woman, I'm gonna make sure you get some dental insurance and some medical insurance because you don't need to be out here with no insurance. I set him up an appointment to go to the dentist and everything. Whole time his tooth hurt. Do your mama got some more of them white circle pills? I'm like, let me ask her. You know, she just got in an accident. You know, she need them herself. She's in real pain here. So I go ask her. She gives me a whole bunch of those circle things, right? And I give them to him. And he's like, I don't know what these are. Like, I got to look up these. These not the same as the last ones. So he told me he sold them things. And y'all, the next day I was cleaning the kitchen. And I looked in the back of the drawer. And the same pills he said he sold and got rid of was hiding in the back of the drawer. Like he was hiding them. Oh my gosh. So this started to make me wonder, like, was his baby mama right about his problem? Because it's not making sense. But I didn't say nothing to him. I kept that in the bag. I keep a lot of stuff in the bag until it's time, right? All right, y'all, I gotta go to film rehearsal real quick. So, hey, I'm gonna come back with part 4 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With, or Surviving Fucking Liar and a Manipulator. But yeah, stay tuned. Part 4 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With? So after part 1, child, BM then reached out to BD and was like, what you say about me? And he was like, she's lying. I put it on my granny. You know he gonna put something on his granny, child. So she like, shit, let's add her on 3-way since she lying. I get on 3-way, y'all. This man is talking about, why are you lying? And then listen how hurt he sound, y'all. Not about the...
I'm gonna embarrass you. I know how to embarrass. I wasn't gonna do this shit, but since you
embarrass me. Air your business out. You know I haven't even told the full thing. So anyway, so he said he gonna embarrass me, right? So I'm like, how you gonna embarrass me? Y'all listen to what he said. This all he got on me. I got all them pictures of you. I got them pictures of you. Watch, I'm gonna post it. Ain't no more boundaries. You said my naked pictures?
Naked.
I'm sorry. What?
No,
so even baby mama like, why would you do something like that? Like, you're this angry that you're gonna go try to post explicit pictures of me. Anyways, let's get into the story, because I'm not even close to the end, baby. I just started. This man told me that his name was Sean. That's what he told me. When I first met him, he said his name was Sean. I'm like, huh? And I knew that wasn't his name because when I got on the phone with his baby mama, I referred to him as Sean. I'm not going to say the full name, but it was Sean, right? And she like, who is that? I said, that's him. What you mean? She like, that is not that man's name. I said, yes, it is. What you, like, I've been calling this man that since I met him. My parents even calling him that. Y'all, he done told me a whole fake name talking about, that's what my daddy named me. My mama named me something else, so I got 2 names. Okay, red flag. So back to the little white circle problem. Once I found that the pills in the cabinet just ended up missing, right? I go to my mama's house and he texts me this. Just bring enough to make it until my dentist appointment so you don't have to keep going back, right? Because he keeps asking me to go back for them little white circle things. So when I go home, I tell him I got some of these. It's like M365. I don't know what they are, but that's what it say on the little white circle thing. These not the original ones that we was giving him. These different. But I said I didn't want to go to my mama and ask her for no more of those, right? I didn't want to keep asking her, can I get some more Oxy? And he just like, that's fine, that's perfect. Just bring me a whole new tooth. That's how much he was trying to make it seem like it hurt. But once we moved in together, like I said, I decided to get him some dental insurance and some health insurance because he didn't have none. And so get his tooth problem fixed because I'm tired of hearing about it, right? So once we get the tooth thing handled or whatever, now we just living a normal life. Not even gonna lie. We living a normal life. He don't want to go nowhere, but he want to stay in the house. He don't want to really spend no money. That's what I'm peeping. Which is fine. It's fine because it's not nothing. It's not even about no money, child. But it's little things that I started peeping once we moved in. On the 4th of July, we go to the store. We buy a whole bunch of fireworks, y'all. We like, let's light some fireworks or whatever. So before we start popping fireworks and our friends come over, he hungry. He want to go to Taco Bell. He love a Taco Bell and McDonald's. That's a McDonald's warrior right there. Speaking of that, when he first, decided to take me on a date, I'm eating lamb chops. I ain't never ate a lamb chop ever. I'm over here eating lobster mac and cheese. He took me on a date and he spent so much money. When he moved in, we was eating Popeyes, McDonald's, and Taco Bell. Heavy. I even like the damn Taco Fiesta fries now, y'all. That's how much we was eating it. Like, damn. And so for the ones like, why you ain't cook for him? I was trying to cook for him. But he was like, I don't eat that. I don't eat this. I don't got to eat what you cook. The other dudes you been with, they must eat what you cook, but I ain't them. I eat this. I eat that. I'm like, oh, my God. I didn't even want to get in the kitchen with this man. But he love a DoorDash Taco Bell, though. So we get riding the Taco Bell. It's late at night, y'all. We riding normal. All of a sudden, I see blue lights behind us. I'm like, what you do? Like, did you not put your signal on? Because we ain't even go too far. He like, I don't know. Y'all, we stopped at the Taco Bell and the man pulled us over or whatever. And he like, you got your license? He was like, nah, I left him. He was like, well, somebody's license is suspended on this car. But officer asked him, what's your name, first and last name? He tell him his real first and last name. He run it. He like, oh, both of y'all license is suspended. Whoever owned this car, license is suspended, and it's been suspended since March. So he looking crazy, and I'm like, dude, your license been suspended? He like, nah, I don't know what he talking about. My license shouldn't be suspended. Let's run this back real quick, though. While we was on FaceTime, while he was living in Florida and I was living in Georgia, he had got pulled over one time. Same thing happened, but they took his vehicle. And he was like, man, my license was suspended, but I got it taken care of. Because the next day, I'm like, yo, did you get your car back? Like, you good? You straight? Because somebody had to come pick him up. He was like, yeah, I'm going in the morning. I got it taken care of. I got my license back and everything. Like, everything was all good. So when they was pulling us over, when he was at my spot, I'm like, I thought you got that handled. He was like, my license shouldn't be suspended. Officer like, oh, you must don't like paying tickets. Your license been suspended since March. You must don't like paying tickets cause dude, dang, I really should be taking you to jail. But ma'am, what's your first and last name? I'm like, me? I give him my first and last name. He was like, well, you good to go. You drive, but you need to go back to Florida and get that handled because I'm being nice because it's the 4th of July, but I really should be taking you to jail. Oh, and he pulled up a fake insurance card because he ain't got insurance on his Hellcat. He pulled up a fake insurance card, y'all. Or if it wasn't fake, it was an old one, probably from way, way back when he first got the car. So he said he gonna get it handled. He going back home to get it handled. So we let it go. We ignore everything, child. We go back home. Everything all good. But this is where it started to get a little bit fishy. It's time to go pick up his daughter, right? From Florida. And on the way there, I'm driving because I don't want him to get pulled over no more because I'm thinking he's going to get his license fixed. So I'm driving. So while I'm driving my whip there, it's like he got an attitude over there in the passenger seat. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why you got an attitude? He's not telling me. He's just typing real hard. Type. Like, I'm talking about he's a typing warrior right now. This man is going at it with his baby mama. And I'm like, why are you over here mad and stressed out and depressed about your baby mama? What's going on? She don't want me to see my child. She never want me to see my child. She always lying, saying I don't do this and that, but she always preventing me from seeing her. She like, you know how baby daddies be. So baby mama ends up texting me because we came to an agreement that they don't get along. And I was like, you know what? I'm not on the beef. I don't want to beef with you. We cool people. I'm gonna be around your child. I don't want you to have to deal with that with him. So you could just talk to me. So she hits me up and was like, girl, he back at it again, sending me all these paragraphs. Tell him to leave me alone. I only want to talk through you. This is what she's saying. I don't want to talk to him. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He sees me talking to her. He's like, what you texting her for? Like, dang, like, I don't even know why she hitting your phone up. That's your best friend now? That's your friend? I'm like, not you got an attitude. So now he don't even want to drive because he was supposed to drive the second half. He don't even want to drive. He's just heated, upset. He on the phone with his mama going off about his baby mama, y'all. This man talked about his baby mama like she was a dog. So there was signs of like bipolarism. Like I really can see that this man had like two different personalities because he'll scream and yell and then all of a sudden he'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, this nigga crazy. So when we pick his daughter up, when I tell y'all, I literally was watching how he treated his daughter. And I'm not trying to say he treated her bad, but I seen little stuff that just was a red flag. He was riding in the front seat with her, in his lap, literally. And then I'm looking at it like, shoot, this how you treat her? Who am I to tell you how to do your child? Like, so I'm getting accustomed to, oh, this is what y'all do. So he's like, well, she do it too. Like this is what my baby mama do too. Like it's okay to have her in the front seat because she be crying in her car seat. I'm like, dude, she ain't got no seatbelt on. She in your front lap and you on the highway with her in your front seat. But none of my business. We even did a little TikTok video of my car driving itself. He then got out the driver's seat while the car driving itself. Baby in the back, I'm in the front seat. I'm just as bad for even condoning this now. Let's get this together. Because why did I let him do that? I really just felt like it wasn't my place. I never dealt with nobody with a child, so I didn't want to get out my place. But I knew somebody was going to be mad at that. Because, child, you don't do nothing like that. But, whatever. We get back home. We in Georgia. Everything is fine. These are things that he was saying to me while he was here. He was like, I'm sorry that I've been acting like this. It's my grandma's anniversary. I've been a little bit down, all of that stuff. So I'm like, let's go to church. He's not want to go to church. He's like, I don't know them people. So I'm like, I got aggravated and like, yeah, whatever, y'all. But when I got home from church, right, I was like, why you ain't want to go to church? I had an attitude because it threw me off. Something didn't feel right because he was just so like, I don't want to go there. So I was like, yo, are you a man of God? Like, are you a Christian? Do you believe in God? He was like, oh, I got to go to church to believe in God. I said, no, I'm just asking. You don't got to get defensive with me. I just want to know. We never had this conversation. I thought you were, because of the tattoos on you. You got all these Christian-like tattoos. I believe in a God. I believe that there is a God. There is some God. There's a higher being. That's it. So I'm like, cool, whatever. That's none of my business. But that did make me feel some type of way because one day I told him, hey, make sure you pray before your food. And he was just like, oh, like, dang, you always want to make somebody feel bad. I was like, just pray. And he was like, I don't even want to eat no more. Like, dang, you have to say something. I just knew something was off about him. So you know what I did? I went through that phone. And when I went through that phone, I found everything out about that man. He been lying to me since he met me. Since he DM'd me, that man been lying about his whole identity, child. His whole identity, y'all. Oh! Part 5 of who the fuck did I move in with? Once I found out he didn't have no insurance on his Hellcat, and once I found out that he showed that officer a fake insurance card, it just threw me off a little bit. But it made me start thinking, how did he pull up on me in a red, brand new 2023 Corvette if he ain't got no insurance on his Hellcat? And he needed a co-signer on the Hellcat. So how did you end up getting a C8? It's not making sense to me. And ain't nothing wrong with no co-signer, baby. This mine. My mama, thank you very much. She is my co-signer. Let's just get that together. But me being a woman, I don't want my man to go to jail. So I'm like, look, you drive my car, I'll drive your car. If I get pulled over in your car, when they run the tags, I got a license. I got insurance. I got all of that, right? So now he's driving my car and I'm driving his. But his wasn't starting sometimes. Like I had to put the gas pedal on 3 times. Damn near close my eyes, turn around 3 times for the shit to start. So I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be driving your car and it won't start. Like, it's already loud as hell. And he's like, bro, it just need an oil change. So me, I'm like, let me make sure I take care of my man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me schedule him an oil change. So I scheduled him an oil change at the dealership. And when I get to the dealership, they telling me it's more than an oil change. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. Whatever it is, I don't care how much it costs. I got it. It's your birthday gift. Your birthday coming up. I will take care of your car. But when we went to the dealership and then they diagnosed his car, he said, oh, I already got a diagnosis. I already know what's wrong with the car. And he gave them a slip that he got from the previous dealership. So now I'm thinking, you told me it was just an oil change, but you knew your car been messed up for a long, long time. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with a messed up car. It's just the lies he was telling. I was just kept catching him like, why are you lying about little stuff? So whatever. They come up with how much everything gonna be. Just know it was over a rack. I ain't even gonna put too much numbers in here, but it was over a rack, and I didn't care about swiping my card. So once we go back to our normal lives, I'm like, I want to go do something. I don't want to sit in the house. Like, not that I want to be outside, but he quick to be like, oh, you want to be outside? Then go be outside. I just wanted to go out the house because he just wanted to sit in the house and play the game. It was just boring. Like, dude, this not the life you said you were gonna give me. He like, man, look, if you want to go out, go ahead. Put my card on your phone. You ain't got to ask me for nothing. If you want anything, just use my card. So he puts his card on my Apple Pay. I never used his card on my Apple Pay. And then one time I had went to go out to eat. And I was like, dang, I just spent like $100 on my food. He was like, why you ain't use my card? So I tell him, I don't want to use your card because I don't know what you got on your card. Like, I don't want to just, I'm not no gold digger. I'm not nobody who want to spend up nobody money. So I'm not finna use your card if I don't know what you got on there. He was like, oh, so you calling me broke? You trying to say I ain't got no money? I was like, relax. I just said I didn't want to use your card because I'm being generous. I don't know what's on there. And I start seeing little signs that he didn't want to spend no money when I'm like, we need to go shopping for the house. Like, he brought his furniture from his storage, but it was other stuff that we needed for the house. And I'm like, can we go shopping? Because when he was in Florida, you know, when a girl's got a house, she get to go on furniture shopping, decorating shopping. But I started to go try to go buy furniture, and he was mad. Why are you spending money without me? And I want to help you, but you want to be so independent and do everything on your own. My mom even got involved, and she was like, kid just excited about the house. She just want to go shopping with her mom. Let her go shopping with her mom, and then, you know, when you get here, y'all could do the rest of the shopping. He's like, but dang, she just spending too much money. Seeming so concerned about how I'm spending my own money, right? That right there was a sign of control. That wasn't, oh, he's trying to spoil you. He's trying to make sure he help you. No, it was a sign of control. He didn't want me to spend my own money because he knew I had it. But when he moved in, this man ain't put no money into the house. Zero, nada, no money in the house. He did send me like, I don't remember how much he sent me. Like $200, because I was like, if you want to help so bad, just send me the money through Apple Pay. So he did send me that, no cap. But once we moved in, I'm like, are we gonna put something in there? He was like, we just moved in here. Why are you trying to spend so much money? I'm like, bro, like, I was trying to fill the house up with furniture, but you wouldn't let me. But now that I'm asking you for it, you're getting mad at me. Child, when I went through that phone, because trust me, stuff just wasn't adding up. It didn't seem right. Actually, this is why I really went through his phone. One night, he was helping me take out my hair, y'all. And, you know, we real close. And I seen him hurry up and delete a message real fast. And I didn't, you know, I ain't, like, tell him I seen it. I just waited till he went to the kitchen, picked up his phone, went to his recently deleted, and recorded it real fast. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. You know how fast I recorded that recently deleted screenshot? Baby, he couldn't tell me nothing. Now, I would add the receipts of what he deleted, but I don't want to put baby mama personal business out. But he deleted the thread of his baby mama. So when I confronted him about it, he was just lying through his teeth. And since I seen he started deleting stuff, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go through this man's phone. Y'all, don't go through no man's phone unless you really feel like something going on. Because I should have been went through his phone. I would have figured out everything he was lying about. So I'm going through his phone, and I see a thread with his, not his record label, because remember he said he had a record deal? He been dropped from that record deal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but he made it seem like when he first met me, he was still with Sony. You're not with Sony no more. But then later on, he told me he was independent. So it was the lies he forgot he was telling me. But I was just, you know, keeping up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it in the bag. He's literally finessing his record label, or a marketing promo label. I don't know what it is. It's not a record label, but he's finessing whoever is investing in him for promo and marketing. He's finessing them, literally scamming them. And I should have known that when he was trying to get my brother to help him. He was like, you can work with me. We could finesse it. I could just tell them you my producer, you my engineer, and we could finesse them for like $5,000. I should I'm like, how would you finesse a record label? It just didn't make sense because I don't know nothing about the music industry. But in the messages, he was saying, dude, I gotta shoot like 5 videos. I need the 5K. Like, mind you, he ain't shoot not one video or made not one song or dropped anything since he made First 48. So when I'm reading this, he like, I didn't shot 5 videos. Either I was going to shoot 5 videos or I shot 5 videos. I need the money for it. I got to pay the videographers. So they like, all right, bro. But it was around the time rent was due, y'all. So it's making sense. He didn't have it. He didn't have it like he said he had it. But he was finessing his record label to pay for the rent. Yes, he was. That is the truth. Because he loved to say, well, how was the rent getting paid? Because you was finessing them people saying that you was making videos, you had interviews, you had to get outfits for your everything. You was just saying you did all that, but you ain't do nothing but stay in that room and play the game. But they sent you that money, though. Then the next time run around for when rent is due, he told them people that I guess he had to go meet them in person because he never met them in person, but they need to pay for his plane ticket. They need to pay for his Uber, his hotel, but him and his girl going. So that way they paying for 2 people. We never went to LA like he said we was going to LA. You know how many times he said we was going to LA and we never went to LA, child? He used the money that the record label sent him to pay rent. I mean, look, there's one man that's gonna make it happen. If he gonna make it, he gonna fake it till he make it. I'm gonna be honest about that. But that's how I knew, wait a minute, he not having like he say he having. So I gotta do a little bit more digging. The light stopped hitting me. I had to move directions, baby. I need y'all to see me. But anyways, while I am going through that phone, I also see that he is asking his friend, his little dealer friend, for 10 of those white little circle things while he here in Atlanta. He's saying he's gonna go to his homeboy house in Atlanta, but instead he's going to go pick up those little white circle things. So the whole time he been living at my spot, he been popping them, and I never seen him do it. So I never even thought nothing of it until I finally approached him and I confronted him about it. Because one day we went back to Florida, and when we went back to Florida, it was because he was doing some type of interview, y'all. He was doing some freestyle, creeping through the streets freestyle. And on the way there, he also caught a little attitude with me because of some food. I didn't want food, and I made him order some food on the phone, but then I made him cancel it, so he got real heated with me. That's another sign I seen of anger. I'm like, why did you get so mad over that? So he was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you your car. I'm gonna go ahead and go get my other car, my C8. I said, what other car you got? He was like, my C8. I'm like, okay, so he mad at me about to leave me stranded in Florida and go pick up his C8 because, you know, Hellcat back in Georgia. We talked it out, and then later on, he goes and I'm talking about we go to this neighborhood, and it ain't the interview. And he's about to be late to the interview, right? But I'm like, where we going? He said he got to go pick up some keys real quick. He got to go pick up some money. Man, I'm looking through that phone. Come to find out, he went to go pick up some more of them little circle things. So not you went to go do a little deal in my car, and then you told me you was picking up some keys and some money. Not you went to go do a little deal, and when I guess confronted you about it. Ew, is it a filter on me? The fuck? So when I confronted him about his phone stuff, right, y'all, this man was going I'm talking about, he was like, what? Do I do drugs? Do I have a problem? This is the narcissistic manipulation stuff. Let me post the screenshots of what he said once I confronted him. Like, hey, something not right, something don't seem off. I just want to know, because he didn't know I went through that phone. I just want to know, do you have a problem? I want y'all to read by yourself. Pause and read, y'all. It's very important information. This is manipulation 101. Okay, so it seemed like this man is now stepping outside. Now he want to talk. Now he want to start posting. And me, one thing about me, I got receipts. I'm going to post what he posted about me. And then I'm going to post the receipts behind it. She sound broke her damn self. I don't blame him. I wouldn't pay nowhere. I don't stay no more. You right. That's stupid. Delusional. But that's who he is. Delusional. You trying to clock somebody's teeth, but you making sense. Why would you pay somewhere you don't stay? He kept saying he will pay it. And then, D, bitch out her damn mind. G, 20,000 is crazy. So this not you texting me? So this not you text me October 14th. You up? So with the rent, if you still wanted me to pay it for the rest of the year, that's $20K, right? Okay. Well, I can't just Apple Pay that. So soon as this wire clear in my bank, I'm gonna write you a nice check, and that's my apology to you. You said you were going to give me $20K. I keep you updated on everything. That's the deal. If the deal gonna go through smooth, I'm super excited and all that. So now you want to flex, act like 20G is crazy. You came up with this bright idea. So you and that girl who calling somebody broke. You out of all people know I ain't broke. You know how much you know I ain't broke. And I ain't even get to the part where your insufficient charges was coming through the mail. I ain't post them receipts yet. So talk about being broke. The receipts is coming. Them bank statements will be dropping. Don't play with me. Part 6 of who the fuck did I move in with? We're gonna have to backtrack from the story real quick because this man did talk about me. The word it's this can write and write what you do. Child.
You know my baby mama. Because they love the truth. I've been through the worst.
My God, bro, D, they need to sign you and you need to go up, because when I tell you, you know how to rap, my boy, you are talented. Now I feel a little bit bad because I know when you really hurt, you go to the studio, because you ain't been going to the studio since me and you been together. I always wondered, like, why you don't rap no more? Why you ain't in the booth? Like, I thought we was gonna have this, like, you know, rapper tour life, because that's what you said to me. But, like, all you do is play the game and eat McDonald's. But if this what it took for you to get back in that booth, baby, oh, I'm still gonna listen to your music, because you are one talented guy. I know that. Anyways, what about the song you made about me before that? Let's play that one. Let's play it.
Damn,
Talk your shit, D.
That's a problem I got, I guess. I can't go through this alone. Like, for them other bitches, you the only one I want.
Listen. D, I'm sorry, baby. No, I'm just playing. For real, let's get back into this story, because, baby, that song ain't stopping nothing. But the fact that shit was hard. So after I had confronted him about if he was a little white circle thing addict, you know what I'm saying? He really came at me like, bro, are you serious? You ain't never seen me do that. Why would you accuse me of that? Are you crazy? You just listening to my baby mama. Like, you just listening to what people say. I was like, no, you actually put it in your songs. I was watching your interviews and you actually said you did it in your interviews. But when I asked you about it, you was like, nah, it was only for music. You ain't never really did nothing like that, right? So after we spent literally like 45 minutes going back and forth about how he didn't take no type of little circle white things, he finally admitted to it, because I was ready to leave him. You know, when you be like right there ready to leave somebody, they finally kind of tell the truth, but like half the truth just to make you feel good. Narcissistic manipulation shit. He was like, yes, I take them. Yes, when I had went to go pick up them keys and that money, I didn't really pick up no keys and no money. I had picked up some circle white things. And I said, where are they? Because I had confronted him literally like a week later. Because you had picked up 13 of them. And, or maybe 10, I don't know. He gave him $130. So maybe they was $13 a piece. I don't know. Either way it go, I know I paid that man $130. And then he was like, I took them all already. I was like, dang, already? He was like, yes, I take 2 a day. Okay, cool. I'm off the problem. I'm off it, because he just admitted to it. I said, don't do that around me. I don't want to be with no person like that. I'm not trying to judge people with their problems and their addictions and stuff. But me personally, I just don't want to be with a man that has that type of problem. I feel like I deserve better, you know? Anyway, after that happened, it all went downhill, because I was still trying to stay with him, but I knew it was more lies to uncover. And I really didn't want to pay for the house by myself. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. And that bar in that song about I'm mad because you won't pay my bills. I'm mad you won't pay my bills because you said you was gonna pay my bills. That's what I'm mad. I'm not mad that you ain't doing it, baby. You know I got it. It's just I didn't sign up to do this on my own. So I feel like you should own up to what you said you was going to do. Like, be a man of your word and do what you said you was going to do. That's the only reason why I came on this app, because you start trying to control me. You was dangling money in my face to still stay around. It was like you knew I didn't want to be with you, but it was like, I'll pay your bills. I'll do this and that for you. I would never leave you stranded. I will always make sure bills is paid because that's what I said I was going to do. But then turn around and be like, who you sleeping with? Who you laying with? Who that dude you talking to? Why are you with another dude? Why is it so many men? All this stuff, like, is it going to be a man at my house if I'm going to be paying the bills? I ain't paying the bills for another man to stay there. That's cool and all, but I knew that was your manipulation of still trying to hold me. You know what I'm saying? But while we're at it, since I'm not continuing the story for real on this part 6, I want to address a couple of things. So I heard your brother was talking about me on Facebook. Is this the same brother you told me that stole from you? I just want to know before I clock him, because I know you got a whole bunch of them. I just want to know, is this the brother that you was talking about? Huh? I also heard your mama was on Facebook talking about me. I never met her a day in my life. You know why? What did you tell me? What did you tell me? Do you remember what you told me why you didn't want me to meet your mom? Huh? And Mom Dukes, if you even think to talk about me, not knowing who I am, I don't have no boundaries. I know everything about you too, baby. You know your son. You know your son gonna tell it. So don't come for me, baby, unless I send for you, because I'm going to clock you. Know that. And then you try to put in your song that I'm talking about your baby mama. Do you want me to post all the screenshots of you talking about your baby mama? You talked about your baby mama the whole relationship. You in love with that woman. At first, it was I didn't know who she was, but true colors ended up showing throughout our relationship. You started off by saying you didn't even know nothing about her. It really was like a one-night stand type of thing, and then boom, baby happened. But then to come to find out, I'm over here finding pictures in my house of you and your baby mama, along with that Narcan spray. You know what I'm talking about. Let's clock it. I know you didn't know I was capable of coming to the internet and really putting it all out there. But at the same time, I don't feel bad, because if you go low, I go to hell. And I know that's not the right thing to do. You want to talk about my Christianity. You want to talk about me being a godly woman. Let's talk about all the times you told me I was the reason you got closer to God. I was the reason that stuff started changing for the better for you. I'm the reason that life got good. You left everything in Florida because there was nothing for you. You didn't care about Mom Dukes. You didn't care about Pops. You didn't care about your brothers. You didn't care about them drama-fied friends, them homeboys that ain't got nothing going for them, the ones who always, don't sit on this app and then go try to make a diss track about me when I have all the ammunition. Don't do that, because I really be playing it cool. Think about what you do before you post it, because last night you posted on your Snapchat, you tried to be funny because somebody called me broke, and you tried to repost it. You called me out my name too. Know that. No, I'm going to get you back for that. No, I'm going to add in an extra screenshot for that one. I only decided to come to the internet because I felt like I wasn't being heard. I felt like you was trying to control me, and then you walked away from me and left me with all the bills. I felt like, okay, bet. Since I'm going to have to pay all the bills, I might as well tell my story. Because what am I getting out of not telling my story? Nothing but a whole bunch of bills. But anyway, child, Mama Bear, please don't try to come to the rescue for your son. I know that's your little cub, your little ninja turtle. I understand that. But we rode past your house, I don't know, like 10 times on Quail Lane, your mama house, his grandma house, and he didn't even come speak to you. He didn't even want to see you. We came all the way from Atlanta to Florida, and he didn't even want to see you. So, like, you coming to rescue for your son, but I know everything. The BBL, I know about it. I know it ain't a secret, but didn't he buy you that? Didn't he buy you a house? Didn't he buy you that car? Relax, Mom. Part 7 of who the fuck did I move in with?
And you saying that I feel alright, but I accomplished more than you did in your whole damn life.
Okay, that's what did it for me right there. Cause I didn't really listen to the whole thing. I just listened to the first part. It was hype. But then when you started saying all the stuff that you have and how you accomplished way more than me in your entire life, and it started making me think, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on here? I'm gonna get back to that at the end of this video. Let me finish my story real quick though. Once he told me he was gonna stop that little circle white thing, he didn't need it. He just did it for fun. He was bored or whatever. He started to kind of manipulate me into saying, well, I don't understand why you even care. It's not affecting you. You ain't never seen me take one. I ain't never acted different on one. You don't even know when I am on one, right? He started the manipulation thing about, well, you drink. I don't say nothing when you drink. Be worse. There's so many people out here that's doing like 30 of them a day. Like I only do 2 and da, right? Like he started to make it a little problem. When I looked at it as, first of all, actually when I first met you, do you do those things? And you told me no, that you only said that for music. It's a music thing. So that right there is just manipulation. But, you know, we passed the little white circle thing. He starts telling me, you know what? I'm not lying to you no more. That was the only thing I ever lied to you about. I promise you, I've been truthful from the beginning. And a part of me was like, this man's still lying in my face, because I know something was off with the card. I know something was off with the house, with the dog, with the cars. Like I knew stuff was off. So the fact that he sat there in my face and told me that's the only thing I ever lied to you about, whatever, I'm gonna uncover them while we continue our relationship. That's a red flag. See, God revealed to me a lot of red flags and I kept ignoring them. But see, what God gonna do is continue to put them in your face. Because if this person is not for you in his plan, he's gonna make sure he continues to show you that the man is not for you. Because he showed me in the beginning when he told me he was 24. He showed me in the beginning when he lied to me about his age. Like, if you lie to me about your age and you lie to me about your name, I should have never even dealt with you. I should have never dealt with you when I had a standard and principles about I didn't want to deal with a baby mama drama. But that's on me. This is why I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. Then I sat and I was just thinking, I was about to drop the screenshots, right, of how he talked down on his BM and just a lot of stuff that would have affected other people's lives. And I thought, like, I didn't want to do that, because at the end of the day, he still has a child and I don't want her to grow up like, you know, spiteful of him because of the way he was. I wish I never, you know, all the stuff that he was saying about old girl. I'm not gonna do that because they still have a life to live, right? After going through that phone, I seen that I'm gonna just keep it brief because I was gonna go into detail, but I don't want to assassinate this main character. I guess I already did. I guess I already put out so much information that it made him look, it showed his true colors, but God gonna reveal that to other people. If anybody else want to deal with him, his family, his friends, any relationships, God gonna show them what they need to if he don't change himself. I can't change him. I don't know why me putting this out was making me feel better. I guess it was because I wanted to tell my side of the story and I wanted to kind of put out all the red flags that I ignored and missed, thinking that I was going to help the next person. But really, he still got a life to live, and I'm not trying to be the one to destroy it. My whole goal wasn't to ruin your life. Even though you left me with all these bills when you told me that you would never do nothing like that, it's okay because you don't stop my motion. God gonna make sure I have a way to pay for these bills. I'm good. He been blessed me multiple 10 times because he knew that I was going to end up in a situation like this, and I didn't think about that before. I always wondered how I was able to quit my full-time job and go full-time content creation, and then I just started getting all these brand deals, all these opportunities to be an actress, to work with A&P, to be like on top. I've always had those opportunities, and it's because God knew I was going to end up in this situation. So the fact that he's still giving me abundance and I'm using my platform that he gave me to kind of put down another person, that's not who I am. So I'm gonna wrap this part 7 up with a couple of points to clear a couple of things up, but I'm not gonna post no screenshots because the screenshots would end him. After going through his phone, the cars were rented, was not his. I remember one day he told my brother, I got my cars wrapped, because my brother was watching him and was like, yo, you just had a blue C8. He was like, yeah, I got it wrapped. So it's like, not only was he lying to me, he was lying to my family, and that's just insane. He lied about the house. Man, your friend helped you with a place to stay for the time being of when you got kicked out. I don't know if you got kicked out or not. I don't have no proof of that. But baby mama tell me you got kicked out of last house that you was in because you used the fake name. But the fact that you had a homeboy that let you stay in his house until you found a new place to stay, but you down talked him as if that was an annoying friend that wouldn't leave your house, like, that's wrong. You're dead as wrong. This man even went to the extent to put that man on the phone to tell me that that was his house. Like, you can ask him right now. He'll even tell you that this is my house. So the fact that you got your friend to even lie for you just tells me more how much you're willing to go and how far you're willing to go to manipulate me. But this is how God works. In the mix of your friend lying for you, he said, I stay by myself. The only people that stay with me is me and my dog. I'm like, hold on. This is what the friend is telling me on the phone. That it's just me and my dog here. So I'm like, oh, okay. So in the mix of you lying to me, you just revealed the truth to me. So that dog that he said was his since it was a baby is really your dog. So that's why I said God just works in mysterious ways, and I'm not really trying to assassinate this man's character, but I just want to end this by saying everything this man has told me from the beginning has been a lie. And while I'm trying to work on my relationship with God and become more of a woman of God, because I know there are things that, even this series, I know it was my truth, and I know in my heart that I want to get the truth out, but I also knew what it could do to him. And that's wrong for me, because I'm not trying to assassinate this man's character. This man went on Snapchat and told stories of what happened to me about me being SA'd as a younger girl. Like, he went that far, and it just made me think I could keep going low, because when somebody go to low, I go to hell, and I don't need to do that. I was gonna keep going with all the parts. It was gonna be about 20 parts, but it's like this man has already affected me a lot. It's not my job to tell y'all who he really is, because God is going to reveal that to anybody he deals with if he don't change himself. He is a kind person. Yes, when he's not off them little things, he is very, very nice. But he is a pathological liar. But let me just be 100% transparent here. I knew he was lying about a lot of stuff the whole time, and I still decided to still stay with him. That's something I gotta look in the mirror and I gotta deal with myself, because I seen the signs. I knew the red flags. It wasn't like I was just oblivious. I knew what was going on, and I still was trying to see the good in him. But it was so much chase mail coming to my house. It just accidentally got open. I don't know how it got open, but it was just open, you know what I'm saying? And it had so many lists. It was so many insufficient transactions. It was just like, wow, like this man is trying to pretend to be somebody he's not. And it was rubbing me the wrong way, because it's like, you don't have to lie to me about who you used to be. It's not who you are no more. Like, and I always supported him, like, with any and everything that he did. I was going to post the screenshots of all the insufficient transactions. I was going to post the bank statement. I was going to go solo, but I'm not. I'm just going to tell what I saw, and I'm going to end it at that. To the mama, I'm going to apologize to you, because you raised him, so I knew that you would go to Facebook and call me out my name. I don't know you, never met you, but I'm a bitch, right? So I apologize for even trying to come at you, because I don't know you. And for the brother, I don't know you either. But you went straight to Facebook talking about me. I didn't even mention you. But to me, it also made me think, oh, this is just what y'all do. This is y'all family. This is exactly what he said. Florida's so dramified. Quail Lane so dramified. It was just showing me exactly what he was saying. So I'm going to leave y'all out of it. But don't come for me if I don't send for you, child. But what the last straw for me was, because I know a lot of people keep asking me, what was the last straw? So I started getting opportunities to work with AMP, to work with actors and stuff, right? So I'm posting me doing skits with them and all, and he started sending me screenshots of people talking about me being a bop, being basically gonna be greased by an African dude. Like, it was like so many negative screenshots he was sending me, and he was like, look what everybody's saying about you, right? Come to find out, he made up those screenshots. He was texting himself, making up things, saying bad things about me, then sending it to me as if other people were saying this stuff. That is psycho. That's delusional. You're trying to hurt me and you're trying to harm me, but then you're trying to play like, who's saying this stuff about my girl? You made that about me. That is sick. Like, I could keep going and going and going, but I'm gonna end it off by saying this. You said you accomplished way more than I did in my entire life, like cars, money, shoes, all that, but what do you have to show for what you used to do? For real. And what you mean by you bought hoes? I don't know what that means. I don't know nothing about that. Graduated high school, top 10% of my class. Got a full ride scholarship to a D1 college. Then got my bachelor's degree in college, along with clothes, money, shoes, cars. Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 8. So in the beginning, when I first met him, I was calling him the name that he told me his name was. So this is me calling me the name he said it was, and this is him answering, right? This is another screenshot of me calling him the name he said his name was, and this is him answering. So y'all remember when I was telling y'all that I got on the phone with his BM and she was telling me everything about him? She was like, he tried to get me to get a house in my name, but I wasn't going for it. And then she was like, he got kicked out of his old house because he was using a fake name. She told me the fake name that he was using. I'm going to get to that at the end because it all makes sense in the end. So I'm like, there's no way I'm about to move in with somebody who's doing all this. Also me calling him the name he told me. But this is what he was basically saying about how she's a liar. Same way I'm a liar, right? So when we had got together, he put his mom on the phone and she didn't even know I was right there. But he wanted me to hear her basically back him up. And mama was backing him up. Mama was like, yeah, she this, she that. She just jealous. She just mad because everything she have. I don't even know why she sat on the phone with that girl. All she do is lie. She's young and dumb. She was saying a whole bunch of stuff about BM. And I was like, oh. So maybe BM is bitter. Maybe BM is lying. So I believed everything he told me like a dumbass. Anyways, after I went through his phone and I kind of seen a lot of the truths, I kind of held it in because I'm the type to like not confront him about anything until I have all the evidence. So we lived a normal life. We was actually in love. We was happy. We was in the house, playing house, and damn near making TikToks every day. So I mentioned that I was bored to him a couple of times and that I wanted to go out and do something. He was like, bro, money good. What do you want to do? My card is on your phone. Go do what you want to do. Don't let me stop you, right? My card on your phone. He's like, do you want to go on a shopping spree? Do you want me to go buy you something? I know you like to go shopping. Mind you, I love to go shopping on my own, but he did not like that I was spending my money. Like, he would always be like, stop spending money. Use my money. Use my money. Like, I'm like, I'm good. I got my own money. So he took me to Sephora one time. He bought me some perfume. He bought me like some facial stuff. Like, it came up to like $180. Like, and he bought it. Correct. He bought it. So when we got back home or whatever, it was one day I decided that I wanted to go through his phone. And when I went through his phone, I seen in his email that he got an email notification that said something about a balance being below a certain point. This the same Chase card that was on my phone. So I couldn't wait for him to leave that house. I was going through that computer. I'm going through that computer because I want to know what's in your bank account. I'm sorry, I'm a little nosy. So I looked at that email and this is what I seen. Your account is overdrawn, negative $171. The same card that's on my phone. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I never wanted to say nothing to him about it because one, I didn't want him to know I was going through that email and I didn't want him to know that I knew that he wasn't having like he said he was. We're going to get back to the Chase stuff because since he want to record all that money on social media, know that I got another screenshot for that. Don't ever say I'm lying because I keep my receipts. So one day, I heard him on the phone with the bank and he disputed the hotel from when he got it for me in Miami. Remember when we got 2 rooms, y'all? Remember when he was like, I got your own room. You ain't got to worry about us being in the same room or whatever. He disputed the other room, saying that it wasn't him. This was another red flag that I did not mention. Before he had moved here, he was hanging out with his homeboys or whatever, and he had bought one of them a plane ticket because the car was so full, somebody needed to ride on the plane. So he was like, don't worry about it, I got it. And he never went. He never took the plane, which was cool and all. But I was with him when he disputed the charge, right? He was like, I never went on that plane and they charged me anyway. And I never booked the flight, whatever. So I never thought nothing of it because he didn't go on the flight. But I didn't think that this man pay for stuff and then dispute his charges. Like, that didn't make sense for a dude who be having, right? For a rapper. Like, it just wasn't making sense to me. Anyway, back to the story. I know I'm all over the place, but I fucked it up because I was ending it in the last part, but now I'm not ending it. Anyways, we have his daughter for the first time, and it's my first time meeting his child, right? I got so excited because he was like, I told BM not to send her with nothing because I got it and stuff. Like, I don't know. They had their own little problems when it came down to the baby bag. I don't know. But I took her on a shopping spree. I was so excited to take this girl on a shopping spree because I was just like, oh my God, I'm playing mommy. Like, so to ease my mind, because I would be like, dang, like, I'm really like playing mommy and stepmom, I would come bring it to him like, I don't really think I'm comfortable with this baby mama stuff. And he would send me messages like this. This is how he would make me feel better, by basically telling me he don't know this girl and he wish he never had a child with her and all of that stuff. Like, this is manipulation stuff to make me feel good. Taking accountability, Kia. I was wrong for even believing this. Like, you're literally talking down on the mother of your child, and I took it as, it's okay, he don't really know his baby mama, Kia. Now, at this point, I have no issue with BM at all. I'm actually talking to her. Anything that has to do with her child, because she's here, she's talking through me. I'm sending her pictures like she's good, she's okay. He did not like the fact that we were texting. Like, stop talking to this girl. Leave her alone. That's all she want to do. She want to be a part of this. She want to control the situation. I don't talk to her, dude, so don't talk to her. So I ended communication with his BM because he did not want me to talk to her at all. So yeah, it's time for us to take his daughter back to Florida, y'all. So we taking his daughter back to Florida, right? And in my head, if you already have a house in Florida, because remember, he said he had a house there, and the lease wasn't up around this time, so it wasn't like you didn't live there no more. Your name should still be on that house. That still should be your house. Why are we going to a hotel when we should go to the house that's yours? So we riding through Florida or whatever, and we pull up to this house, and he don't remember this, but when we was on FaceTime, I asked him to give me a tour of his house, and he showed me the outside of his house. It was like this garden in the front, and he was like, I did this. It was the same garden when we pulled up to this house. So I'm like, this is the house. And to confirm in my head, on Father's Day, I remember sending him gifts on Father's Day. I gave him edible arrangements, and I was like, Happy Father's Day, because nobody did nothing for him for Father's Day. So as his girlfriend, I know he's a father, I sent him something for Father's Day. This is why he was living in Florida. And he gave me the address to send it to, which is his address. We pull up to the same address that I sent the edible arrangements to. He goes in the house, and I'm just sitting in the car like, why are you not inviting me in the house if this is your house? Now, he don't remember or don't know that I'm putting all this together. This is the same house that you said was yours. But whatever. We go to the hotel that we have. After we leave the hotel, we go home. I'm starting to get real agitated. I'm really just over this whole thing. I start to confront him about the house. I'm like, dude, this house is the same house, the same address that you gave me. And the craziest thing is, when he pulled up to the house, I got a notification on my phone that such and such just arrived home. You know when you add somebody's address on your phone when he give it to you? Like, it was like, when we pulled up, I got a notification. This was his house. It got to the point where I kind of was like over our relationship. Like, I just didn't want to be around him once I seen that he was lying about a lot of stuff. Once I went through that phone, I was just like, something not right. And I was telling him, I don't feel the same about you. So he would go to Florida sometimes. Like, he wouldn't even be at the house. Like, he didn't feel comfortable being at the house. So he would go to Florida, and he'll go to that house because I'll get a notification. And I confronted him about the house situation. And he was like, bruh, what are you talking about? I have my own house. I stay by myself. What you mean? I'm finna put him on the phone. So he puts the dude that he's staying with on the phone. And the dude actually says, yes, this is his house. He was like, we stay in the same neighborhood. He just be over here sometimes because my house is open to all my friends, you know? He was like, the only one who stay here is me and my dog, Onyx. Onyx is the same dog he said that he told sit, and he was like, sit, and he wasn't sitting. The dog name is Onyx. So the dude on the phone yapping about how, oh yeah, he got his own house and we just stay in the same neighborhood or whatever. He's telling me the whole time that the dog that's been at the house is his. But not knowing the whole time me and him been on FaceTime when he was living in Florida, that was the dog that was living at his house. I'm over here like, who the fuck did I marry part one? This is literally, I feel like I'm living a Risa Tisa story, but I'm literally living in it. Like, I'm in it right now. So then I mentioned, I was like, well, your BM told me that one day that you do stay with somebody else. And he was like, I only told her that so she don't put me on child support. And I don't want her to know where I stay because she could put me on child support if she know I got the cars, if she know I got the house. So of course my baby mama gonna tell you that because that's what I made her believe. And then the dude on the phone was like, bro, that girl dramified. Like, they was all in cahoots about telling me about BM. So I start well, I ain't gonna say I believed it at this point, because now I'm like, this shit is fishy. So while he's in Florida, it's chase mail coming to the house. And I'm starting to see multiple chase mail coming. And I don't know, like I said, it was just open on the counter one day. Like, it was just sitting there. And I decided to peek and look at what was coming. Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 9. You. He told me to put his card on my Apple Pay because he didn't want me spending my own money. And it's like he wanted to put on this front that he was just this big baller. Me personally, I didn't want to spend his money because I didn't know what was on the card. Like, if I knew you was having, I already was seeing signs that you really wasn't having like that. So no, I didn't want to spend money you didn't. But he got defensive when I was like, yo, I don't know what's on your card. And he was like, oh, you trying to call me broke? So that right there was like, why you get so defensive? So I'm seeing these the Chase mail come in, and like he got them all open in the drawers on the counter. I'm like, what does this damn Chase mail say? Let me read it. This was the very first thing I seen when I opened it. Look at the date. I'm like, does this mean your card declined for $6.70? It's no way. No way. This is how I knew his priorities was fucked up. Because why are you swiping your card when there's nothing on your card? You can't say, oh, I got another bank account. You don't know how many bank accounts I got. Why are you using the one when you're having paid insufficient funds on there? I said he was going to Florida. Even Florida transactions was still being made. Taco Bell, Shell's, Burger King, Popeyes. Look at the date. Jacksonville, McClenny, like I said, McDonald's Warrior, Wendy's Warrior. This man is not going to sit here and play like he's somebody when he's not who he say he is. So, yes, I'm over here and reading this and I'm seeing this. I even felt bad, y'all. At this point, when I'm seeing all of these insufficient funds, I'm like, oh, my goodness, he don't got no money. And I still loved him down. I still cared. My heart was like, you know what? I'm not even going to confront him about him not having no money. It's cool. I'm going to just pay for everything. It's your birthday. I'm gonna make sure that you get back in this booth, because I knew he wasn't having, but I didn't even want to make him feel bad for not having, you know what I'm saying? But like, I got his whole studio together. You're gonna get back in this booth, dog. So I made sure I got him right with a whole studio, y'all. These speakers was $1,000. Hey man, say man, I'm investing in you, my boy. Okay, I need my residuals when you drop that tape too, baby. And yeah, I definitely still seen potential in him. So I'm still rocking with this dude. Until I found out that he wasn't a Christian. Until I found out that he didn't believe in what I believed in. The energy was off. Like, when I was around him, the energy literally was off. I'd be like, ugh, like, something not right. And then when I confronted him about, like, hey, are you a Christian and all of that stuff, he'll just be like, bro, I ain't believing in none of that. Like, I believe in there's a heaven, there's a hell. Like, this is what he would be telling me and stuff. So I'm like, we're going to work on your relationship with Christ. I'm not trying to throw my religion on you, but that's all I know. So we're going to pray. We're going to get through this with God. That's what I kept trying to do, and I kept trying to stay because I didn't care about the money. I was here for him. So when I started seeing that he wasn't having like he said he was having, I'm like, you know what? Let me step up and let me be a woman and let me take over. But the mood swings, it was not working, y'all. I swear to y'all, I tried, it didn't work. So we broke up. I broke up with this man, and I said, look, we can't be together. I don't like you. It's not going to work out. But we can still be roommates, okay? We can still play roommates, and I don't know, we can split the bills and everything. No, we ain't got to split the bills. I got it all. I got all the bills. You ain't got to worry about that. Okay, cool. It's the first of the month, and he's telling me, I sent you the rent money, but you ain't gonna get it because it's a holiday. The bank said that it's gonna get there in like 3 days. So I'm like, huh? Like, if it's a transfer, like, because he been sending me money through bank transfer, right? Oh, I didn't even tell y'all this. Hold on. Rent is $2,400. Out of the kindness of my heart, when we decided that we was gonna get this house, I was like, you know what? You put $2K a month on this house. I got the utilities, and I got the $400, and I got groceries. I got everything else. I'm like, you know what? All you need to worry about is $2K a month, right? So the fact that I knew that the bills were still high and he still supposedly had it, I still wanted to take some of that stress off him and take care of the girl bills. You know what I'm saying? So he says, you know, $2K gonna come to your bank account, but it ain't gonna be there no time soon. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit weird. Mind you, we broken up at this time. We roommates at this time. He like, Kia, you know the deals that you got on DoorDash? Can you order Popeyes off your phone and I'll just give you the money for it? So I'm like, okay, cool. Mind you, I'm not talking to him. I'm really upset with him. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I'll order it. So I'm ordering the Popeyes on my phone, and like the what he wanted was some ghost pepper wings. The ghost pepper wings was not showing up on my app, but it was showing up on his. He was like, why it's not showing up on your app? I said, I don't know. If it's showing up on yours, order the food. Like, order it on your phone. He did not want to order that food off his phone, y'all. He like, nah, I got you. Like, I got the money in the car. I'm gonna just give it to you in your hand. So I'm like, whatever. I ordered the food. He went. It took him 10 minutes to order the food off my phone. He even went to the fact of calling him like, yo, y'all got ghost pepper wings? Because it ain't showing up on the app. Yeah, I got it. All right, bet. I'm about to put in this order on this phone. Make sure you got my ghost pepper wings. After it was done, he was like, how much was it? I was like, it was like $20. He's like, $20? I'm like, yeah, you got the tip, the driver fee, the DoorDash fee, whatever. He like, all right, bet, I got you. 15 minutes passed, and we walking up the stairs. I'm like, where my 20 at? You know, joking with him like, yo, where my 20 at? He got so mad at me. He like, you really want that 20? For real? I thought I was really testing you. I was going to see if you was going to be like, nah, I'm straight. I got it for you. I'm like, you offered to give me $20. What do you mean? He was like, nah, don't worry about it. I'll go. You know what? Don't worry about it. Remember that. Oh, matter of fact, since you want to be funny, since you want to be green, since you don't want to pay for this Popeyes, I got half the rent. I'm like, what the hell? Over Popeyes? So he starts scraping up ones places, but mind you, he told me he had the $20 in his car. So I'm like, why are you over here scraping up ones? Like, I just did you a favor and you just tried to make it seem like I'm green because I asked you for the 20. Like, I was just like, give me the 20, like I got it for you. No, he was like, that's real messed up. Don't worry about it. You've been doing some real green stuff lately. So I said, how you gonna send me half the rent when you already said you just sent me the rent? You literally just said you sent it and it ain't gonna be there until 3 days because it's a holiday. So now all of a sudden you only can send me half the rent? So he like, nah, I'm saying when you get it, send me half back. I'm like, huh? I said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna send you the half back. Right? So I'm getting hyped. I'm like, oh, it's like that? I'm about to send you your money right now. When I get the money to my bank account, I will give you back half. I even got so petty. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send you the whole thing back. I don't need you to pay nothing. So I asked him, how much you need? $2,000? He talking about some, it's pending transfer. I got it. Transfer it now. He said, okay. So I'm not showing this because these are my bank stuff. I'm saying, is this the right account that you want me to send it to? So he's like, yeah. What's the number on it? So he's trying to make sure I'm sending him the $2,000 to his bank account. Mind you, now he's trying to get me to send him 2 racks when he never even sent me the 2 racks. So now I feel like you're trying to scam me. So I'm like, hold on, you want me to send you $2K, but I don't even got $2K in my bank account from you. So are you trying to get money up out of me? So I said, send me the screenshot of where you sent the $2K. If you sent me $2K and you want me to send you money back and you want me to, you know, take money out of my account and send it to yours, please send me the proof so I can make sure you sent me my funds. I'm talking about going off, y'all. So I'm like, how you want me to send you money? If your shit didn't go through, how is mine gonna go through if it's a holiday? He was like, oh no, I sent mine on PayPal. I said, okay, because how PayPal work, you can send me a timestamp of when you sent me my money, right? So I asked him to send me a screenshot of when he sent me my money. And I'm begging for it. He would not give me he would not give me the screenshot until I made him. So he sends me this screenshot, y'all. So here go him sending me the money for rent or whatever. You shouldn't even have made me do all that for no reason and lied and said you was finna transfer me anything. If you wasn't finna do it, whatever, read whatever the fuck you read, right? So I looked at the timestamp on when the money was sent to me. He told me he sent me money about 8 hours before that screenshot. The damn screenshot has the timestamp of the time we was on the phone when I was like, send me the proof. So he had to actually send me the money to get the proof. And if it was going to take 3 business days to get to my account, why when I asked for the proof, it came straight to my account? So he was trying to get me to send him money. Oh, child. After all this, I'm really literally disgusted with him. Like, I'm ready for him to get out my house. But I couldn't just kick him out. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just kick him out. My mama said I had to give at least like a 30-day notice or something like that. So I give him a 30-day notice. I even told him I didn't even want him to drive my car no more. Like, I don't want you driving my shit without asking me. You got your own car. Do your own thing. He like, you already know my situation. Why you won't let me drive your car? That's lame. I put gas in it. So one day I take a nap, right? And I wake up and my keys are gone. So I'm like, where the fuck are my keys? So my keys are gone and my car is gone. So I'm tight because I literally just told this man not to drive my car. I woke up and I was like, why you leave with my car? And this is what he had to say to me, like, you know, manipulation shit. Like, damn, I ain't know I had to ask you to drive your shit. Why was there money missing out my car, y'all? Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 10. By now, y'all should know who the fuck I moved in with. After he took my car without asking me, he rode here, came upstairs, threw my keys at me, and then he started packing his shit up. He's taking all his clothes off the hangers, putting it in buckets. He's taking his little shoe shelf. He's bringing it all outside. He was like, you know what? I ain't finna stay with nobody who don't want to be with me. So I'm like, shit, okay, shit, I thought I had to give you 30 days. I'm over here like, take that ass on. But you could tell he's doing this all for attention. Like, the way women try to pack their stuff up to try to get attention so the dude can be like, no, don't go. I didn't say shit. I watched him. I actually said, why the fuck you throw my keys at me? I ain't throw them. I tossed them. Anyway, I take my mom to the doctor's office, and when we go to the hospital, we have to park in a parking deck. And I usually keep money in here, right here. I always keep some cash in there. It's time to pay to get out. My mama like, I got it. I said, no, mama, I got it. Don't worry about it. I opened my damn glove compartment, and there's no money in there. And I know I had a couple of 20s in there. So I'm like, Mom, like, I thought I had money in there. I'm like, I could have sworn. She's like, yeah, you did have money in there. Last time you took me to the hospital, you had money in there. I'm like, yeah, I didn't spend it. So I text him, and I'm like, did you see some money in my center console? He like, yeah, I took it to be petty. I got mad when you told me I couldn't drive your car and took my cash back. I know it was petty. I felt like you was being petty, though. I said, okay. I needed to know how much you took from me. So I said, how much was it? He said it was 60 or something. And I said, keep the money. I don't want it. I get back to the house. I'm like, you stole from me? Bro, you tripping. I ain't steal from you. That's money I had gave you before. I just took it back. I'm like, huh? Now, I do remember we went grocery shopping one day, and he was like, I'll pay for... Well, really, since we on the grocery shopping topic, let's talk about it. He was telling me, yo, you got credit cards you don't use. Why you just don't use your credit cards to go grocery shopping, and I'll just give you the money for it? And I'm like, I don't want to put $300 on my credit card. Like, if we gonna go full out grocery shopping, I'll just... spend my own money. So he said, all right, whatever. It's time to pay. I told him I'm not paying with my credit card. And he was like, I'll just give you the money for it. So he stopped me in the parking lot and he gave me some cash like 3 days later. I'm like, oh no, you got to go. He never gave me my money back. Yes, I said, keep it. I don't want it. But who cares if you stole from me or if you took money from me without asking, because that's what he would say, or took money back that you gave me that was already mine. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. That's trying to manipulate me into thinking you never stole from me. You just took money back that you gave me that was already my money. It just didn't make fucking sense. So then I'm starting to think about the different situations we got into when it came down to cash. It was one time we went to the plug and he asked me if I had cash on me. And I was like, I only got $100 bill. But you didn't need to spend the whole 100. I told him when he went to go get the, to give me my cash back. When he got back in the car, I'm like, where my change? And he was like, man, I'ma just Apple Pay you 100. I'm like, what? So I'm looking at the insufficient fund transactions and I'm putting 2 and 2 together. He would Apple Pay me money and he would want me to give him the cash for it. So I'm low-key working for this man, not even knowing it. $100 payment sent. Apple Pay insufficient. Now, if y'all don't know what pay insufficient means, that means he's swiping his card, he's sending money, he's making purchases when there's no money in the bank. So the bank has to take care of it. So it's becoming negative. So if you look at his bank account, that's why it says negative such and such, Then it made me think about the times he would ask me to go to my bank and pull money out, and he'll just Apple Pay me. So I'm literally over here working for this man. I'm thinking I'm helping him out, but he really finessing me. He's sending me money he don't have because it's going to come to my bank, and then I'm giving him the money in cash. So I'm literally sad as hell going around the house. Like, I'm feeling defeated. I'm feeling like I got myself into some shit. I moved really fast. Like, I'm sad, soaping and crying around the house. And instead of him being sympathetic, he's like, well, since you don't want to be around me, I'm just going to go back to Florida. So I'm like, all right. So he leaves and he goes to Florida, right? So now that he's gone, I'm feeling like myself again. And I'm like, let me go outside in Atlanta. Let me go network. Let me start working again. Like, I don't feel like myself, so I got to go outside. I end up meeting this famous actor. And I seen that he played on BMF. I seen that he played on a lot of big time movies. And he was like, yo, you look like you could be an actress. I'm like, oh, me? Yes. Like, come hang out with me and some friends. We having a movie night. If you serious, come on. I ended up linking with them, and we decided that we wanted to do skits, that we wanted to put out content. And I end up posting a picture of me with these guys, and I'm like, we got content loaded. I get a text message from, y'all know who the fuck I got a text message from. He's sending me screenshots of basically people sending him my story saying, oh, your girl a bop, oh, she's gonna get greased by an African dude. Like, he's just sending me stuff that people are saying to him, and he sends it to my phone like, oh, this shit is embarrassing, like, you ain't even wait till I was fully out the house yet. And I'm like, all it was a simple picture. Let me go ahead and drop the screenshots of what he was sending to my phone so y'all can see where this is about to go. So as you can see up here, somebody sent him and said, nah, bro, your girl a bop already. This couldn't be me, bro. You going outside. So he texted me and said, shit is embarrassing, bro. I knew this was going to start sending me stuff like this. Then he sends me another one. I don't feel like looking for the screenshot, but it said, bro, your girl finna be greased by an African dude. And then he sends it to me and say, now I got to clear this stuff up. Now I got to clear this shit up like he got my back. While I was out working with these dudes, I didn't want to entertain it. I didn't even text him back. I just left it alone. But once I got home, I was going to do my investigation because something didn't seem right. If you're going to send me screenshots from fans and random people sending you stuff in your DM, why would you scratch out the circle? Like, why would you scratch out who sent it? Like, you're trying to protect these people if you don't know them. I zoomed in to the little part, this right here. See, I'm an investigator. I zoomed in to see who the hell sent this. All I had to do was match this end part right here to my viewers. And I went through all thousands of them. Yes, I did. Now, I'm not going to reveal who it is, but I found who was in my viewers. And the person that I seen that was in my viewers was the same person who he said he didn't live with. Was the same person he was sitting right next to. Because remember, he went to Florida. This is who he stayed with when he go to Florida. This person said this to you about me? Y'all, when I tell y'all I was putting 1 and 2 together, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, I was putting it all together. I was like, I just know this man didn't use this man's phone to text me and make up these things and saying other people is sending them. I just know he's not making fake pages, texting himself, and he responding to himself and sending it to me. Like, I know this man is not that crazy. He's that crazy.
Why these people sending you this shit? You just don't look at.
Why did you even allow
with these random people? I don't know.
So since when did trolls ever come?
Y'all, I came to him first to see if he was going to be honest with me and say who sent these messages to him, but he just refused to tell me the truth.
Nobody said no shit like this to me about my girl. Nobody sent me nothing like this before. No shit like that.
So who is sending you this?
It's fans.
Fans. He is sticking to this lie, y'all.
People, that's why when I told Trey, I said, how should I troll back? I was gonna troll back with the people. Because I know you ain't like that. You feel me? It just looks crazy.
Oh, this is sick. I was so fed up that he continued to lie to me. Before I confronted him with the truth, I really was just fed up. So this is how the whole move out thing even came about.
Come here. I want to make sure you bring you all when you get here. And I want you to get every single thing that you own, and I want you to get it out my house.
Please.
What the fuck? Oh, are you serious?
I want every
Dead ass
single
serious.
thing. I don't care what it is. If you don't want it, cool. But I don't want to lay with you no more. I don't want to sleep with you no more.
Anyway, I reached out to the person who I knew sent the messages to him. And I was like, what you say about me? Like, what's up? Like, what you have to say about me being a bop, how your girl would never. What girl do you have? So, yes, I confronted the dude. And he was so confused. He said, I don't even type like that. Why would I send that to him? He was so lost. Mind you, this was actually a cool dude. So I'm like, why would you say that about me? So he denied it until he finally admitted it. It's like, oh boy convinced him to say, yeah, tell her you sent those messages. Pause the screen and look at it. You can see how manipulative he is. Talking about he would never do nothing like that. But oh boy admitted to it, right? And while all this is going on, I'm having pregnancy symptoms, guys. Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 11. So the whole time he's in Florida, I'm still trying to work here in Atlanta. So I ended up catching a little gig with A&P or whatever, and I'm sending it to him like, hey, I got an opportunity to work with A&P, and he is not having it. He turned around, started saying, you must be linking with some dudes. Who invited you to do this? Like, literally just read what he said. He's a hater. Literally read what he's saying to me. Talking about show me who sent you the invite. Whoa, like he started getting so controlling and so angry because I got an opportunity to work with some big time YouTubers. So he started gaslighting me like, oh, I'm being loyal to you while you over here working around dudes and stuff. I'm like, loyal to me? Whoa, wait a minute. I let him know you are not my boyfriend. And remember, we split the rent. Remember that. Manipulation. Like, why would you say this? Why would you say that? Seriously? But I'm thinking I don't have to deal with him no more because he's in Florida. But of course, he finds his way back to Atlanta. He supposedly said that he bought us some Drewski tickets and that he wanted to come to see the Drewski show. I didn't want to go with him no more. So this is the messages of him basically trying to say, oh, I'm still coming. I'm coming for that. You told me you'll be back in October. I'm coming back for that. You know what I'm saying? I got something to wear and everything for Friday night. Still wanted to know if you'll come with me. I told him I did not want to go with him. I needed some space. Because like I said, around this time, I'm experiencing fucking pregnancy symptoms. And I am not telling him. I'm just hoping and praying that my period come. And I ain't tripping. So he started getting weird after the Drewski show. In Florida, he's just like, oh, no, I'm coming. I'm going by myself. I'm going with my homeboy. But then when he got here in Atlanta, he kept trying to force me to go. If you're going to dump me, can we at least go to the Drewski show? Then you can dump me. I'm getting the tickets. I still was standing on me not going. So then he started getting real creepy. And this is how you know people get crazy. People get stalkerish. And you got to like really watch your back. He sends me his location. And he's like, just in case something happens to me. Just in case while I'm at this show, somebody can find me. I'm not responding. Why this man never even went to the show? I'm not going. I'm going to just watch the football games to be safe out there. So now I'm thinking maybe that was a lie too. Like he used the Drewski show to get back in. But anyways, now that we at the house or whatever, I'm letting him know like, yo, I missed my period. Nah, you straight. I ain't do that. Like, you not pregnant. But while he's staying at the house, he sees that I'm sleeping all day and he starts comparing me to his baby mama. Oh yeah, BM used to sleep all day when she was pregnant. At this point, he's tired of me saying that I feel like I'm pregnant and stuff. So he's like, let's go to CVS and let's get a test. I just want to prove to you that I didn't get you pregnant. Before I pee on the stick, we already had a conversation. If I was to be pregnant, we know we're not together. We know we're not going to work out. We know we're not for each other. And we beefing. So no, we're not trying to go through it. And he's like, yeah, you right. Like, I need to learn how to be a better dad to my daughter. I don't need to be carrying a whole nother child. All that stuff he kept saying, right? It's time to pee on that stick. This is the fastest I ever seen 2 lines in my life. I take it to him. He is so calm. He's just like, oh, you are pregnant. What do you mean? Oh, like, what do you mean? He was excited. Like, oh my God, I want to do it the right way this time. Like, it was just like, he knew what he did, what he did. I don't know. It's like he knew what he did. I'm like, oh no. No, we're not having no child. What? What are you talking about? I know we're not together now, but that doesn't mean we won't be together in 9 months. I started putting on my clothes. I'm going to go tell my mama. He like, why you finna go tell her? Don't go tell her nothing. Like, bro, why would you tell her? She not gonna like me. She gonna start looking at me wrong. I'm like, I'm finna go tell my mother. He was trying his best to convince me to keep this baby, but I'm telling y'all, this was the most convincing decision I already made in my head. But it was the hardest decision too, because I'm like, dang, I don't want to have to go through, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to go through that. He's thinking that we're going to get back together because there's 2 lines on that stick. Once he knew the baby wasn't going to bring us back together, he kind of hopped on the bandwagon of not going through with the pregnancy. He took his ass back to Florida. He left my ass, y'all. Then he texted me, hey, what we gonna do about the baby situation? And I'm just gonna drop the screenshot. I told him I was stuck between the two because I was. I didn't know how to really go through with the abortion. Like, I didn't. I don't think that's a good idea. I really was stuck in between the two, y'all. Like, I know I was like, I ain't want it, but like, dang, I really gotta go through with an abortion. I ain't know how to feel about that. So at this point, I don't know if he's trying to guilt trip me or something, but remember when you called me a bitch? You remember when you called me that and I said I got an extra screenshot for that one? Oh. Sorry it even got to this point. I really hate to abort the one child I actually wanted. Oh. So we're just gonna forget you got a whole child in this world and you basically saying you didn't want her? Oh my gosh. Woo! I gotta go to that clinic ASAP. Rocky. I let him know I had already booked the appointment. You either coming or you're not coming, but I'm already on the way. So he actually comes back because I told him I had an appointment. He comes back to Atlanta for the day of the appointment. Alarm woke me up bright and early. He was like, do we really have to go? Can we do it another day? I'm like, hell no, get your ass up. Get your ass up. We going to that clinic. But while this is happening, I really am sad as hell. Like, I am so sad. Like, I'm damn near crying because I'm like, oh my God, I got to go to this damn clinic. You know, women, y'all know how emotions be. Y'all, on the way to the clinic, he puts the camera this close to my face and he's like, tell everybody where we're going. Yeah, tell everybody where we're going, you erderer. You erderer. He kept calling me that. Oh, she's ill in our baby and yeah, like, we could turn around. It's not too late. We could turn around. Like, he at this point, he needs to be outside with the damn protesters. He is making me feel so bad on the way to the clinic. Like, I'm like, why do you have this camera in my face making me feel bad, calling me a erderer? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say that on TikTok. I'm praying on the way to the clinic, like, God, give me a sign. If this is something that I need to be doing, this is something I don't need to be doing. Like, I'm literally praying because I really did not want to go through with the abortion. I just didn't want to have a baby by him. He didn't even help me pay for it, child. I go up there, swipe my card. Y'all, I lay down on a table. When I tell y'all, before I lay down on the table, I was like, God, please give me a sign. That lady put that little ultrasound in there and was like, we don't see nothing. I'm like, what you mean we don't see nothing? Because I didn't tell y'all we did go to the hospital and got a confirmed pregnancy. Like, after we did pee on the stick and stuff, we went to the hospital. It was confirmed. So they like come back in like 3 days. Maybe the baby will show, but we can't go through the procedure if we don't see nothing. I call him like, come back and get me. They said I can't go through with it. He was like, what? Huh? They said you can't go through with it? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe we need to keep the baby. I'm like, no, maybe I need to come back in 3 days. Y'all, the next day I start seeing spots, you know, like blood coming out, right? Oh, this is too much. My mom like, that's not normal. You might be having a miscarriage. So I let him know, like, yo, I'm bleeding. And he's like, oh, well, my baby mama used to bleed. It's normal. He's telling me his baby mama used to bleed while she was pregnant. Like, why you keep comparing me to your baby mama when I'm literally carrying your child right now? Later on that night, I'm bleeding so heavy, like heavy, and it's so painful, y'all. Like, I'm like in excruciating pain. And I'm like letting him know, like, bro, I think I'm literally I'm losing the baby right now. Like, he's still paying me no mind playing that damn game, eating McDonald's. I go to the bathroom, I sit down, and the toilet fills up with Kool-Aid, literally. So I'm calling his name, and he's like, I don't want to see that. Like, don't nobody want to see that. I'm like, bro, like, I need your help right now. I know this is God right now. God is like, I know you don't want to go through with the abortion, and I know you don't want to go through this pregnancy. Let this be a lesson learned. You are losing this child. Let this be a lesson. I go to my mom's house. I leave our house. I go to my mom's house, and my mama got me a heating pad. She got me hot tea. Like, she's there with me. Like, she's literally acting like my baby daddy. I go to the hospital in the morning. I don't even tell him. I go to the hospital. They confirm that I'm literally having a complete miscarriage. And he's like, why you didn't tell me? I don't want you near me. I don't want you around me. I want you to get up and I want you to get out, because this is a lesson learned. I'm so glad I didn't have this man baby. Once he found out that I actually had a miscarriage, he was like, if I could save the baby, I would, but I couldn't. If I could stop you from bleeding, I would, but I couldn't. I honestly don't know if this was him being sympathetic or him gaslighting me. All I know is he had September 30th to be out of my house because I was completely done with him. But once he knew the day that he had to leave, it's when he started getting stalkerish, it's when he started getting crazy, and when he would not leave me the fuck alone. He started wondering if there was dudes gonna be at the house, then talking about something. Just for that, I'm staying another night. Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 12. I'm gonna try to wrap this up in one part. 10 minutes is really not long enough, but bear with me. Now that it was said and done that we was officially over and he was officially moving out the house, I confronted him about everything. The car, the money, the house, the dog, the little circle white things. And he admitted to it all. So I don't know why he's on this app acting like I'm telling lies when you admitted to all your lies. What did I lie about? I don't want to waste too much time on these screenshots, so pause the screen. He told me why he lied to me. And y'all, before he even admitted to everything, I confronted him in his face about the C8. I was like, I don't think that's your car, because if you needed a co-signer on this car and you don't have insurance on this car, how did you even get a C8? He was like, it's a strike or something. Like, it's a stolen car. I bought it off the street and it's hot, so I don't really drive it like that. So I'm like, hold on. You picked me up on our first date in a stolen vehicle? He knew that didn't sound right. So he finally admitted, okay, I don't know why I lied about the car. I had to throw that in there because I feel like he'll lie to the grave, literally. Now it's time to talk about the bills. Yes, you don't stay at my house no more. Yes, I'm kicking you out. But you told me from the beginning that you was going to pay up the lease and you didn't want to leave me with all the bills. That's what you told me. I knew that was a lie because I seen that you didn't really have the money like that. But he still was trying to put on his front, even when he is leaving my house, that he will pay the bills. Let me help you. That's almost going to be like $50,000. Let me be your financial crutch. You can go out, do your thing, even go on dates, but I refuse to let you blow all your money on this house. Hell no. I promise you, you won't even know I'm here. Like, oh, screenshot. Yes, I'm keeping in touch with him because, yes, he's living in Florida right now, but all his belongings is still at my house. I'm still going to give you money, and I'm not worried at all. You can link with 30 dudes, blah, 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 blah. Just keep still trying to throw fake money at me. So now we get on the subject of when are you going to get all of your things out of my house? To me, it seemed like he was refusing to leave the house and he kept coming up with different lies and excuses of why he couldn't leave. I made sure I was putting it in black and white that you have until September 30th. If you don't have your stuff out of my house by September 30th, all your stuff will be gone, literally. But of course, he'll still make it about a boy. He loved talking about boys. Manipulation, he still think he got control. Bro, my stuff bothering you that bad? Yes, it's in my house. Get out. September 30th comes, and of course, he's nowhere to be found. So October 1st, he texts me, and he says they don't have a U-Haul in the size he need, so he need extra days. As you can see, he's just coming up with a whole bunch of lies and excuses of why he can't get all his stuff out of my house. I even sent him proof that it was U-Hauls available. Why are you still lying to me? Why are you doing the most? I haven't even been there. I don't care that you haven't been here. All your stuff is still here, which means you're still trying to find ways to get in. You're still trying to find ways to control me. And I don't like that. I really don't have long to put all the excuses and the lies that he kept making up of why he couldn't get his stuff. Just know he was supposed to be out September 30th. And it's now about October 10th, 11th, maybe. So then he comes to the house finally. And he comes with no U-Haul. I don't know whatever happened to the U-Haul he said he booked and he already got. But he comes in his Hellcat. And at this point, he's moving stuff into the garage. And I'm hearing him clink, clank, clink, clank throughout the house. We didn't even say 2 words to each other. But later on that night, I get a call from, hello, you have a collect call from an inmate in Atlanta City. We ain't even go through all that. Just know I had to bail him out. He always want to put, oh, she evil. I bailed him out because nobody else could. I did. No license, no insurance, got locked up. No money on my card. I had to bail him out. Oh, this is just me, you know, paying $1,300 to the bail's bondman. Going to go sign the bond now. But I'm evil. I even let him stay at the house, y'all, when I bailed him out. For 3 days, because he had nowhere to go, I let him stay at the house in the guest room. At a house where he paid 0 bills. Speaking of bills, he told me he was supposed to pay for the utilities the time he was actually living at the house. He never gave me the money for it. So I'm like, this man is still trying to scam me because he so-called said he sent it and sent me proof to him sending it. But he don't know that I see that the money never came to my account. I showed him the bill that was due. He said he already sent it through PayPal. It should be there in the beginning of the week. So the $310 that he sent me through PayPal returned. So no more insufficient funds. You didn't reach your max capacity of overdraft. It returned. So you never sent me the $310, or maybe you did. It just never came to my account. He's still trying to show me proof that the money came out of his account. No, sir. The money got returned back to you. Just more money that he still owed me. But let's move on to the next subject because I gotta fit all this shit into 10 minutes. He finally moves everything out of the house, y'all. He's completely going out the house. So I'm thinking I'm completely done dealing with him. I'm completely done talking to him. There's nothing else me and him have to talk about unless it's him paying me rent. Now that he is gone, this is him missing me. This is him trying to get me back. This is him trying to still have access to me because he loved me and I was the best girlfriend he ever had. I don't even know why he want to kick it to y'all like I'm just this badass person. You loved me. It's okay. I loved you too. Meet up with some influencers in Florida and he decides that he want to see me, right? He decides that he want to give me something. I don't know what the something is, but he's texting my phone and I'm not texting back. It's becoming like harassment at this point. Look at the date too. This is October 18th, not too long ago. It's so weird not talking to you on the phone every day. I hate this. I really don't want to talk to no other. I don't see how this is so easy for you. I love you. Good night. Good morning. He sends me this. So like, I'm like, I look like a complete goofy. These was for you, but I don't even know. I'm embarrassed myself. Blah, blah, blah. Just take a look at it. So he wants to meet up with me to give me these roses. But I'm looking real close to the roses. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Some don't seem right. Are these not the same roses you gave your baby mama? Baby mama that you don't even know? So now I feel tried. Yeah, I do. So I told him I don't want them. Keep them. Do whatever you got to do with them. He was like, it's more money that come with it. It's to help you with the bills. Whatever. I don't want them. I'm in my feelings at this point because ain't no way you just tried to give me something that you gave. No. I stopped talking to him. I leave him alone. Y'all, why in the world do I get a text message from him? And he's like, who just connected to the internet at the house? Who do you have at the house? How do you know somebody is at my house? Then he texts, then they disconnected as soon as I sent you that message. That's weird. I was just trying to make sure you were aware somebody was trying. How do you even know somebody is at my house if I'm not there? So that was weird to me. Like, he did say he was going to continue to pay for the Wi-Fi because he set the Wi-Fi up. But I didn't know that he was going to be watching who connects to the Wi-Fi. That's weird. At this point, I just block him because this is getting out of hand. About 5 days later, mind you, I haven't heard from him or anything. Like, I'm like, all right, bet, we good. He's blocked. I don't hear from him. There's somebody at my Ring camera. They have a delivery from him. I almost said his name.
Some flowers and like some edible arraignment fruits.
I'm like, bro, no. Like, I'm really mad because it's like, you're doing all of this. You're trying to show all this effort. Like, you're sorry. You want me back and all that. But it's like, I still don't got no money for the rent. Leave me alone. Where y'all mama at? Damn. So this is how I got back in contact with him because my mama wanted to put us on three-way because she confronted him and was like, yo, what's going on? You doing this the wrong way. Like, what's going on with you and my daughter? That's how my mama got involved. The three-way call did not go well. And at the end of the three-way call, I was like, look, are you going to help me with this rent or not? Because you said you were. Now you're saying you're not. Oh, no, I ain't finna help you with nothing. So I said, okay, bet. Since you want to do all of this and then you want to disrespect my parents because my parents got involved. He told me that my dad bleed like he bleed. Like, I thought that was a threat. You can even hear it in his diss track that he's disrespecting my mom. And my mom did so much for him. Like, my mom was literally a mom to him. Like, she's hurt like I'm hurt because he fooled both of us. But I told him that I was going to go tell my story on the internet because at this point, it's getting crazy. It's getting wild. You don't want to pay me. You don't want to do what you said do. You want to still be around. But I don't know. It just got to the point where I said, I'm going to tell my story. He sent this to my mom and said as soon as she get on live and start telling my business, as soon as she goes to the internet, he's going to sue me for defamation of character and he's going to go to the police. Police ass motherfucker. I still decided to go tell my story. Who the fuck did I move in with? And while I'm telling my story, of course, he puts out a diss track about me or whatever. After the diss tracks, we get in contact with each other, which is true. He tells me that he's suing me. He's taking me to court. I need to get my money up for my lawyers because it's going down. He like, keep the parts coming because the more parts you post, the more me and my lawyer can work with. Make sure you get a lawyer. Like, I'm talking about he's so big on taking me to the police. So he texts my phone, he DMs me on Instagram, and he hits me up on TikTok, and he sends me this message right here. My lawyer reached out to you through email. Do you have an attorney so he can speak directly with them and not you? He sends me the cease and desist letter, and he tells me we can keep it out of court. I'm asking you nicely. Then he sends me this, you think it ain't gonna be no consequences and repercussions? You'll see soon. I'm a little scared. So I check my email to see what lawyer hit me up. Let me drop the email that the lawyer sent me. The lawyer sent me. So his lawyer, Freddie Notch, ends up hitting me up, and this is the email he sends me. So I'm like, Freddie Notch, that's the same name I remember she had told me that he used to get the house. Like he had made a fake ID and everything with Freddie Notch on it. Oh my God. Actually, my friend did the research for me. Take a good look at this picture from Freddie Notch. I searched up lawyer in Google. This picture popped up. This lawyer name is Anad K.
Y'all know I love putting y'all in my business so nobody else has to. Boom. Let me tell y'all about the time that I got left in Vegas for 2 weeks by this boy who I barely fucking knew. Then ended up randomly meeting this boy at the bus stop who then introduced me to his sister who was on fucking drugs, who then introduced me to her dad who ended up pimping us out. Then I ended up getting caught in this thing. I ended up going to jail. Mind y'all, I was 17. Then ended up getting questioned by the police because the dad who ended up pimping us out was wanted by the police for fucking human trafficking. So boom, y'all, I'm walking from the bar station, right? I see this fine ass chocolate nigga pull up on me. You feel me? He pull up on me. He got his own car, mind you. I'm 17. I'm green as fuck. I had just started hoeing. You feel me? My nigga who I was fucking with was in jail at the time. Mind you, this was my first love. I did a story time on him and how he had got shot and killed in front of me. So y'all gotta go check that out. So, you know, he was in jail. So, you know, when this fine ass chocolate nigga pull up, I'm like, okay, you feel me? He ended up getting my number. Me and him ended up chit-chatting. We ended up linking up. I ended up fucking on the nigga. And he ended up convincing me to go to Vegas with him. Mind you, I had never been out California before, so I'm like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity for me to prove myself to my nigga, like that I'm that bitch who could really get some money. I was a runaway. I had already dropped out of school. Like, you know, I was just ready. So anyway, me and the nigga had linked up a couple more times. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, it was literally like he was like my best friend. Like, even though me and the nigga barely knew each other, it seemed like we knew each other forever. Hold on, you know, I don't want my lips chat, but it seemed like we knew each other forever. So we had said we was gonna get some money together to get on Amtrak. But I had kind of already told him, like, look, I don't have no money to buy the Amtrak ticket, but I can definitely make the money once I get out there. You know, like, I knew how to talk to a nigga, like, to, you know, get what I want. So he was like, okay. So my whole thing was, even though I was hunching on a nigga and shit like that, and I barely knew the nigga, my whole goal was I'm trying to get to Vegas. So that's all I gave a fuck about. I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. The nigga ended up buying my Amtrak ticket. We ended up getting on Amtrak. We doing crazy shit. We, mind you, not to even mention, we arguing and we fighting like we done been together. Like, it was just crazy, like how toxic it was so fucking fast. Like, and mind you, I only had knew the nigga like within 2 weeks before we got on the Amtrak to go to Vegas. So we on the train, we arguing, we fighting, we doing hella shit. We hunching in the back of the train. We doing all type of shit, y'all. We get to Vegas, his dad ended up picking us up. His dad and his dad's little young ass girlfriend and they baby or whatever. So they pick us up. The dad already asking for how old the fuck I am. Because y'all see right now, I probably look like I don't know how the fuck old y'all think I look. Probably no older than like 21, 22, baby. I'm 29. So just imagine how young I look to be at 17. So they already fake way knew that I was hella young. So they already was questioning shit, but he already like put me on to tell them that I was 18. So I'm like, I know I'm 18, like whatever. So they asking to see ID and shit, but I'm like, I don't have no ID. So they already was like, bitch, you 18, but you ain't got no ID, like whatever. But he was like a young dad, so he was kind of hip to like what was going on. So he was just kind of like, whatever, like just don't involve us in no bullshit. Like, y'all need to go get some money. We could drop her off right here. She can make some money. Y'all can get a room. That was the plan. We was only supposed to really go there just to drop our clothes off in there. You feel me? Make some money and do our own shit. So boom. We get to the strip. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I had never been out there before. Mind you, I told him like I do make money, but Vegas is a whole different type of environment. And if you know, you fucking know it. Like, it's totally different from walking the little blades I was used to walking in California. We get to the hotel, one of those little hotels or whatever. And of course, like, we're arguing. I was and still am a disrespectful little bitch. So I was talking like shit. I was popping it real hard. Popping it so hard that I got left. So we arguing about something. I'm popping it. He ended up storming off, basically. And he was just like, bitch, you need to make some money. So, but I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking that he's kind of like show me how I'm, like, what I'm supposed to do. Like, he did kind of give me like a little rundown of what I was supposed to do. But like, he didn't really like tell me, like the last nigga told me, you know? I'm walking around, I'm trying to find something, but ain't nothing coming my way. I'm honestly kind of scary at this point. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. So I'm just like, I want to get my shit, and I can just, you can do your shit and you can do your thing, I can do my thing. And the nigga was not trying to give me my shit, y'all. So long story short, the nigga ended up blocking me. Like, I guess, like, whoever he was with was basically telling them, like, I ain't on shit. Like, they need to leave me alone, with woo. And he left me. Like, nigga literally just stopped talking to me. Like, didn't give a fuck about me being out there. Didn't give a fuck about that he had my clothes. That's all I literally had was my purse, my phone, the clothes on my back, and no fucking money. Just imagine being 17 years old. You in a brand new city. You've never been there before. You don't know nobody. Nobody really even fucking knows you out there. I was just so like, and then now I'm gonna have to end up telling my nigga who's in jail that I'm even out here, and because I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. And now he need to give me the proper motherfucking instructions to get some fucking money because I don't know what the fuck to do. So eventually, I'm out there. The nigga calls me. I think I kept trying to like wait to, because I was hoping that maybe I could try to like make some money before like I had to tell him that I was even out there. So I was probably out there like 2 days, y'all. Pretty much just sleeping like in a casino area, like, or I was just staying up, like, you know. And then it was crazy because the night I end up having to tell him I made some money, y'all. And why the fuck I go inside the bathroom? I went to go use the bathroom, mind y'all. I'm hella young. I'm tired. This was back when, like, you know, I had dabbled and dabbled in a little coke, I think, at the time, but like I really wasn't in my pill popping era yet. So I was literally just up off adrenaline, bitch, at this point, you know. And I wasn't never a drinker, and I didn't have no weed, I don't think. So I'm just up off adrenaline. So I end up going in the bathroom. I end up losing the money. I was hella mad. I'm damn near crying at this point because I'm like, fuck, like, I don't even know what to do. So when the nigga ended up calling me the next day from jail, I ended up just telling the nigga everything that happened. I don't think I told him the part about me coming out there with the nigga, but I told him, you feel me, that I was stuck out there. I told him I got a ride out there with somebody. And anyway, I need to know what the fuck to do. So he told me to walk my ass down to Tropicana, which I did. I went down there and I made me some motherfucking money. And what I would do is I would drop my purse off because I would go to like the little mall area, the little strip mall or whatever, and I would steal me some clothes. And then I would like stuff and roll my clothes inside my bag and to fit in my bag. And then like when I would be going to go make some money, I would drop my bag off to valet, get a valet ticket. I would go try to make some money and then come back and get my bag after my little couple hours was up or whatever. How I ended up meeting the boy who ended up introducing me to his sister, who ended up introducing me to their dad, who ended up pimping us out. How I met them motherfuckers was, I think at this point I had damn near been out there for like 3 days or maybe 4 days. This particular day, I had checked out my room. I had checked my bags into valet. I ended up going to go pick them up. And I went to the mall to try and steal something to wear so that I can go out, you know, and be able to change my clothes and not be in the same clothes that I've been in. While I'm at the bus stop waiting on the bus, because I was like, damn, like my legs hurt so fucking bad because I was like literally walking everywhere because every fucking dollar I had I wanted to keep. But I'm like, damn, like I need to catch the bus back. As I'm waiting at the bus stop, I ended up running into like this guy, and he's like, oh, he's a white guy. He's like kind of like giving like goth but punk rock but skater boyish type vibes. Like that's kind of like the vibes he gave. And we just kind of was like chopping it up. He was just like, hey. And I was just like, hey. I'm like, you know who got weed around here? And he was like, actually, yeah, I do. Whoopie whoop whoop. And he was like, what are you doing out here? And we just kind of like was sparking up conversation to where like, I don't know. I guess I probably told him I was out there trying to make some money in the room. I'm like, I didn't really have nowhere to go. I'm like, I'm just pretty much walking around. And he was like, oh, well, my sister pretty much does the same thing you do. If you want me to introduce her to you, like, and we have a big ass house, like, it's just us, like, you know, we stay with our dad, like, you can come over, like, it's cool, like, you can come over and chill and meet my sister, you can check the vibes out. If you're not feeling it, like, you can always leave. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Why the fuck not? I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm hungry as fuck. I'm tired as fuck. I'm sleepy as fuck. Okay, y'all, wait. I think I'm gonna have to end up doing a part 2 because this video is kind of getting way too long. So I'm gonna have to come back and yeah, I'm gonna go make another video. I'll be right back. Part 2 of how I got left in Vegas by a boy who I only knew for 2 weeks, and I ended up running into this other boy who ended up introducing me to his sister, who introduced me to their dad, and ended up pimping us out, and I ended up going to jail and getting questioned by the police because he was wanted for sex trafficking. I left off at the part where I told y'all that I had met the boy at the bus stop. He basically had told me, like, you know, my sister do the same thing that you do. If you want to come over to our house, like, it's good. So anyway, me and the boy had caught the bus to his house, and his house was hella nice. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, they had a big ass house, and it was just the 3 of them in there, and I think they had like a 5-bedroom house. And the dad reminded me of Ice-T. Like, he reminded me just of Ice-T. He was light-skinned. He was short. He had, like, a slick back, like, little ponytail, but he was balding at the top. Like, looked just like Ice-T. I swear to God. Introduced me to the sister. The sister was hella pretty. Like, me and her instantly clicked, y'all. The same as me and the brother. Like, I don't know. I think at that point, I was going to instantly click with anybody because I needed a place to go. I'm a social butterfly. Like, I'm just that type of person. Like, I could vibe with literally anybody that I meet. I'm a Taurus. That's just me. But anywho, so everything was going good. I was there for like a couple days. She ended up introducing me to her other friends, and they just gave like rich vibes. The other bitch, they pulling up in Benzes, they flashing all the money. Like, she telling me how she be seeing all these elite tricks and how, you know, she's pretty much like walking me through like how to work Vegas and all this other shit. Maybe I probably was at their house for like a week before I ended up getting caught in this thing and going to jail. Like, the first 2 to like 3 days, she was pretty much like just telling me how everything worked. And then like the dad, he was kind of really weird. He would just be like, telling me how pretty I am and how nice my body is and how I should be a model. He would be like, oh, like, you know, you should spend a night in my room, you know, we don't have to do nothing or anything, but like, you know, I think like you should just spend a night in my room. You know, he would just make little slick comments like that. And then one day, like the daughter had heard him ask me that, and she was like pulling me to the side, like when he wasn't around, and was like, you know, don't spend a night with him. I don't care what he say. No, my dad's cool and all that, but he does this to like a lot of my friends, and I just like, just don't do it. He definitely gave grooming vibes because like I remember one day he had sat me down and we was in the living room and he was basically telling me how he was this big producer and how he used to work with like all these famous rappers, and he's like literally showing me old videos and old like interviews from back in the day with like him and hella famous people who I'm not gonna say, but you know, he was basically just, I guess, trying to make me feel more comfortable about staying there. And in a sense, like, I guess it did make me feel more comfortable because I kind of felt like, you know, I'm around, like, I done really met some cool ass people. Like, these motherfuckers got money. I'm chilling in here. Like, the sister cooking for me every day. The brother bringing us weed. He going out. He doing his own thing. And not to mention how the dad had the son and the motherfucking daughter smoking heroin out of a motherfucking foil packet. And I only know because I thought the shit was some coke, and I asked the bitch to hit it. And she was like, oh, no, bitch, you don't want to hit this. And I was like, you know what? When she told me what it was, I was like, you're goddamn right. I don't. I mean, it was just cool. So, boom, it got time for us to get some money. So me and the sister, we go out one day. She ended up finding this trick for us or whatever. We did a double. Everything went cool. Ended up getting to keep my money. She kept her money, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, I noticed like he was like, even like the first day when me and her went out, like the dad was hella texting her like, did y'all make some money? Like, where y'all at? How y'all doing? Like, what's going on? And, you know, she was just kind of telling me like, oh, he always does this. Like, you know, he's just checking in on me. Like, you know, he's kind of like my bodyguard. Like, he just makes sure like everything goes smooth. So like I said, the first day we went out, it was just me and her. And I mean, it was always just me and her, but like the dad was more so involved more the second time. Like he was like, he wanted my number. He wanted me to text him and let him know like where we were at all times. He wanted my location, just all that type of weird shit, which at the time I kind of didn't see anything wrong with it because I believed her when she was telling me he's just doing that, you know, just to be protective and just to make sure everything goes good and that nothing happens and we don't get harmed because these tricks are really hella crazy. And I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, the whole time we're out, he's just asking us hella questions. And then like he's basically telling us, you know, after you guys go out this time, like since I let you guys keep your money yesterday, like you guys are gonna have to start, you know, paying and giving me the money, and I'll make sure like y'all good. I'll make sure y'all get to where y'all need to go. Like he was paying for our Ubers to get there and get back and stuff like that. And I was like cool with it because I'm just like, okay, well, I am staying at these people's house, like, you know, why not? And it was only the first time, you know, that I had went out and he had said I had to do that. So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be like an everyday thing. So we went out. I think I had made some money, and I was telling him like how much I was making. Like I was telling him every time I got off a date. This was like maybe, I think like maybe like the fourth day that I had went out. Andrew, he was still asking me every night, like if I could sleep with him, asking me if I can come in a room with him, asking me to send him pictures. He's sending me pictures and shit like that. And I was just kind of thrown off, but I was like just trying to play my part because like I said, I needed somewhere to stay. So this last particular day, me and her had went out together. We had separated because I'm like, look, bitch, like the casinos is fake way slow. Like that's not really my cup of tea. Like, bitch, I need to go to the Blade. They're going to be pulling up and I could see these motherfuckers face to face and I could really, you feel me, talk them into what the fuck I want them to pay me real quick. But, you know, like I said, like if this is what work for you, it'll work for you. But she was just like, okay, cool. Like, split up and then meet back up, you know? So, and I think she had ended up catching a date. So I went to Tropicana, mind you, it's rolling, y'all. When I say it's rolling, I mean I'm getting in, I'm getting out, I'm getting in, I'm getting out, I'm getting in, I'm getting out. Like that motherfucker rolling. And it was this one in particular trick who kept trying to see me, and I kept saying no, right? I kept saying no, but like I ended up just seeing him anyway. He ended up pulling into the gas station, y'all. Mind you, I asked him, I'm like, when I got in the car, I'm like, are you the police? He was like, no. I'm like, can you touch me? He was like, no, but you could put my hand where you want me to touch you, which ladies peep game. So I grabbed his hand and I put his hand, I think like on my breast area. That was it. And I was just like, okay, I was, I guess, satisfied at that point. So, he drove off, he pulled into the gas station. He was like, oh wait, I think my tire's flat. And I already was like, oh my God, like, this is the setup. Like, I knew I shouldn't have got in this car. Boom, 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 boom. Police come knocking at the motherfucking window. And I'm spooked. Mind you, at this point, like I said, y'all, I'm 17. I ain't never been to the big girl jail before. These motherfuckers think that I'm over 21. So at this point, they're telling me that, first of all, I'm lying about my age. They ended up finding out that I was lying about my name because when I told the name, I told them, and then the cards, because I had like medical, like my Kaiser cards. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My allergies is fucking with me. My nose probably look red because I just had to sneeze about 6 times and blow my nose, y'all. But anyway, so boom. I had my medical cards or whatever, my Kaiser cards in my bag, and they said my name. You feel me? So they're telling me that they're about to take me to the big people jail. At that point, I'm telling them, like, look, I'm underage. Take me to juvie, bitch. Take me to juvie. Don't take me to grown people jail, because I done heard things about grown people jail, baby, and I wasn't ready to go there yet. So, boom, they ended up taking me to the adult jail anyway, because they're like, look, at this point, we don't know what to believe. You very much well could be a minor, but before we can dictate and confirm if you're a minor or not, like, we need to, get everything, like, fingerprint you and all that shit. So they take me to the people jail. I'm in, like, the little waiting room area. They take my phone and shit, of course, and then they ended up finding out I'm a minor, and they found out that I had a warrant, and they found out that I was a runaway, and so they took me to juvie, and I ended up staying at the little juvenile detention camp for like maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks before. No, how long was I? Maybe 3 weeks, because California had about 30 days, maybe 45 days to come pick me up, and them motherfuckers came. When I say them motherfuckers came and picked me up, baby, that was the time. That was my first time ever getting on a flight. Was getting shipped back in handcuffs and shackles to motherfucking from Vegas to California. But anyway, so when I had got in there, they were telling me that they had looked at my phone and that they looked up the number and that they knew the guy that I was texting and that he was wanted for human trafficking and that they were looking at me as a victim and they wanted to know, like, was he forcing me? Was I coerced? Like, what was going on? And I was just so scared. I basically just told them, like, I didn't know anything. Like, I just basically told them what she told me. Like, he was just making sure, like, nothing happened to us. Like, I don't know. Like, bitch, I'm 7. Bitch, take me to California. Bitch, this ain't my cup of tea. I don't even know these people. Part 3 on how I got left in Vegas by this dude who I only knew for 2 weeks. Then ended up meeting this other dude who then ended up introduced me to his sister, who introduced me to her dad, who ended up pimping us out. And then I ended up getting caught in this thing, going to jail, and finding out that he was wanted for sex trafficking. So where I left off at was how I was in the interrogation room with the police. They was pretty much asking me, like, was I forced? Was I coerced? Like, how did I end up meeting this man? How did I meet the kids? How long was I there? Was he pimping me? What was going on? Like, they wanted to see. But baby, it really wasn't no pipe of hot tea to give them, because I could only tell them what the fuck I knew. Like, baby, I don't really even know these people. I literally came out here with another nigga who ended up leaving me. I met these people, and they was pretty much just helping me out. Like, I mean, at this point, they already pretty much knew we was out there home, so it wasn't no reason for me to sit there and lie about what the fuck we was out there doing. They had the text messages. They had caught me. They already knew everything. They came to me with all the information. Like, they told me the dad's first and last name. They told me his address. They told me the kids' names, all that shit. Like, and they didn't get all that from my phone because their address was never in my phone. Like, anytime we ever went to their house, coming or going, like, I always was with them. So it was never no need for them to text me the address or anything like that, type shit. So when I tell y'all that they had a file so thick and tall on that motherfucking man, that shit was crazy. Like, they had so much information on him. And of course, they really didn't tell me much. They were just basically wanted me to know that he was under investigation, that this was a very serious case, that they were looking at me as a potential victim. And they asked, like, if anything ever came, if anything ever happened down the line, would I ever be willing to testify, like, the things that I did know about this man? And I was just basically letting them know, like, no, I'm 17. First of all, snitching growing up was prohibited. Anywho, like, I couldn't even tell you anything if I knew it. Like, I wasn't really asking them any type of questions. I could literally only tell you what the fuck you literally already know from reading the text messages, bitch. Like, that's really all I am going to tell you, because, bitch, it ain't no point in me telling you nothing else. Like, it's nothing else I could really tell. I really did not know any real personal information about any of these people. I didn't even know if the names they gave me was even their real names, but it was. But anywho, as I said before, I ended up staying at the detention facility for a couple weeks. California did end up coming out there. They sent the 2 officers out there to fly out there and get me. I flew back. They did have me in handcuffs and shit when I was walking through the airport and shit, which was so fucking embarrassing. But They knew how embarrassing that was for me because I was like, look, I know I'm a bad girl because obviously y'all wouldn't have to get on the plane to come get me, but I'm really not as bad as a girl as you think I am, so please. Like, let's be modest here. You know what I mean? So let's keep it cute. They did put a jacket over my handcuffs so that the people who were walking through the airport, I mean, they knew I was being escorted, but they didn't know I was in handcuffs. They ended up buying me some Burger King. We talked, we chit-chatted, boom, went to jail. Got out of jail, ended up getting back in touch with the girl because we did have each other on Instagram. Like I didn't end up getting my phone back, so I didn't have her phone number, but we did have each other on Instagram, so I messaged her on there. And keep in mind, y'all, I had not talked to this girl since I went to jail. So the last time we had talked, all she knew was that I was going on dates back to back to back to back to back. All she knew was that I was telling her I was gonna meet up with her a little bit later, all this little shit. So we had never talked. I didn't even know if she even knew I went to jail. You know what I mean? So when I did finally talk to her, she did tell me that she did know I went to jail because she said her dad told her. And I don't know how the dad found out that I was in jail. Maybe like the police questioned him about me and that's how he found out. But yeah, because another thing I forgot to mention was that when I was with the police, they was basically trying to really emphasize how important it was for me to tell them what they knew because he was literally 40 plus years old and I was only 17 years old and his kids were also very young. So this has been going on for a long time and they were just trying to get me to see that that wasn't right, which I mean, duh, bitch, I can hear it and hear it doesn't sound right, but it's nothing I can really do for you or tell you. Anywho, the dad ended up telling her that he knew that I was in jail, so that's how she ended up finding out. But at that moment, she wasn't currently staying with her dad. I believe she told me that he was in jail. So I do believe that he went to jail. I don't know what for. I don't know if it was for the same case. I really didn't ask hella questions. Why? I don't fucking know, y'all. Like, I just don't know. I was just happy to be home. Like, I didn't even know these people. I wasn't, honestly, at the time, interested in even figuring it out, to be so real with you. Like, I was just happy to be back and to be out of that situation. The dad ended up losing the house. So she was currently staying with her baby daddy. At this point, it had been like a couple months since everything had happened. Like, I want to say 6 months. And she was already about to have her daughter. She was staying with the baby daddy. The brother and her really weren't close. So I'm not sure where the brother went, but she wasn't really dealing with him. And she wasn't fucking with her dad either. So I just really had felt bad for her. She also was in and out of rehab. She was trying to get clean, but she was still like dibbling and dabbling with the heroin. So it was just a lot. And I just felt so bad for her. I really just wished, because I was just so stuck in my own shit back then. I really didn't even find the time, make the time, try to think about the time to try to get to know her and figure out what was going on with her and dig deeper into the source of the problem and see if there was anything I could do to help her or if she needed anybody to talk to about the things that she was going through. And now, like I said, me being older, I wish I would have, because maybe I could have helped her. Maybe I could have saved her. Like, I don't know. But I don't even remember any of their information to even be able to like look them up, see what's going on, see whatever happened to him. It happened so long ago. And like I said, I didn't even really know these people. So it really ain't too much else to tell y'all. That was really the story. I met this random nigga. He took me to Vegas. He left me. I met the people. The dad pimped us out. And he was wanted for sex trafficking. And eventually he did go to jail. But like I said, I don't know what for. So I'm going to assume it was for that because they were building such a strong case on him. Over the years, I did try and stay in touch with the sister. But, of course, the hating ass nigga that I got right now somehow ended up locking me out my other social media. So that was like pretty much my only way of getting in contact with her. And she also wasn't a social media girly. She was one of them girlies that you just really had to know her to know her. And if you didn't already know her, then you probably would never meet her because she wasn't into Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and things like that, you know? One more thing I wanted to touch on was somebody in the comments had asked, how do I know that was even her real dad? Honestly, I don't even know if that was her real dad. I really couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you if they were adopted. Like I said, I was only worried about getting some money, having a place to stay, and trying to fucking survive and get the fuck out of there. Like, I really wasn't even trying to ask that many questions. All the questions that I wish I would have asked then are the same questions y'all got now. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even know where the bitch mama was at. I don't know what they told me. I don't even know if anything that they did tell me was the truth. I don't know. I wish I did. And I really haven't told this story often because it was just something that happened that I guess I just kept in the back of my memories. I don't know, but yeah.